Way! Hello, viewer. Today is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. I am Mr. Brune, and I trust you are all doing very well today. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing the latest news in entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where shite happened in Hollywood, always does, and even more bad shite happened in real life. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through, shall we get those guests out? You know it, let's do it. Okay, here we go. First, from a VPN far, far away, he is the golden reach around droid of choice. It is Z3PO.
The air attack warning sounds like. This is the sound. Hello, Brian.
Hello, Frankie. Have you been to Hollywood recently?
Oh, I have. I've been researching Hollywood.
They were great, weren't they, Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
Oh, they were fantastic. I love Frankie. I've got loads of this tracks on my personal album.
Z, relax. Don't do it.
When
you want to suck to it. Relax. Yeah, don't do it. When you want to come.
Stop
it. It's great to have you on, mate.
It's always a pleasure to be here. Hello, chat. I see you.
Hello, chat. Yes. Shall we? It's great to have you on. Shall we get the next peep out?
Bring them out.
Yes. Full house tonight, isn't it? Okay. So, next, all the way from the land of Texas Shire, she is the queen of this channel. You know who it is. Rennie Hell.
Hello there.
I said Rennie Hell. She's hell, folks.
Hell on wheels, sir. But you know what? I think that's what people like about me.
I do believe you're the token female this evening.
I am. Apparently, somebody said we needed a female on here today in the chat.
We've got the best, haven't we?
I would like to think so, but that's up to everyone else.
There you go.
Could have put a dress on.
Oh, I was supposed to wear clothes today? Holy shit. Sorry, guys.
Black lives or black knives. Hello, my friend. Rennie, eat a bag of dicks, hell. Yes.
Yeah.
The master of those. So, you're well, yes.
Yeah, doing pretty good. A little sore from getting back in, working out the last few weeks to a month, but I'm doing the right thing because my clothes are looking good. So,
great to have you on. Shall we get the next peep out?
Yes, do it.
Okay. He is the number one YouTube supermod and my promotions manager. It is. He's not been arrested yet. Melvin Deeply. Hello there.
Where am I? Am I here? What happened?
You're certainly not in prison yet.
I was somewhere else and then I wasn't. I'm not in prison, which is kind of disappointed because I was trying.
I know you were.
I put some effort into it.
I know you were, my friend. I know you were.
And it all went Pete Tog.
I'm sure there'll be a knock on the door when you're least expecting it.
Well, it's going to take them a while to go through all of the social media. So
it is.
They'll get to me eventually.
Overloaded with other people before they get to. It's great to have you on, mate. Shall we get the next peep out?
Let's do.
Okay. Oh, here we go, folks. Next, new to the channel, all the way from the future, the Film Comics Explained YouTube channel. We're doing our best for the smaller channels here, folks. It is Master Nayat.
Hello.
Hello
How
there.
are we?
Hello there.
Lovely. How are you?
Hello.
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
How's the future looking?
It's great. A lot of rain.
A lot of rain, folks. And for the peeps at home, a bit about yourself, my friend.
Sure. So I run Film Comics Explained. It's a very small channel where I do
is.
movie breakdowns, reviews, and lore deep dives into popular IPs.
And how long have you been doing that?
I think pushing
what?
on 7.5 years now.
Wow. And it's going very, very well, isn't it, my friend?
Yes, it's the last year in particular has been fantastic.
You're almost at a bit of a milestone, I do believe.
I think so. Going to be crossing that milestone in a month or two. So very excited about that.
That's 1,000 subscribers, everybody.
Absolutely.
Hey, that's an achievement. So good for him.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
Post
that.
a link to the channel in the chat.
There is a link in the description,
Ah,
folks.
good. Right, I shall
but
sign
if
up immediately.
yes, if one of my mods could kindly
Doing it
post
now.
Master's link in the chat, that would be brilliant. Thank you, my friend. Great to have you on. Shall we get the next guest on?
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can tell this. You can tell he's listened before. I like that. Okay. Next and last, but by no means least, is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. He's a great mega geek himself. Here you go. Hop, 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 hop. Ian David Diaz.
I'm not last. What are you talking about?
Oh,
What are you talking about?
you're spoiling the surprise.
I know. I'm here to
Killjoy.
spoil everyone's
You
surprise.
utter killjoy.
You could argue that you were lying to everyone on the panel in the chat by saying that Ian was last.
Absolutely.
It was great to have you on, Ian, but I'm not so sure now.
Thanks, Ian.
Anyway.
Talk shit, get hit, Brown.
You know me. I always do spoilers, don't I? So there you go.
There you
Well,
go.
look, everybody's coming in.
Oh,
Coming in
God.
hot.
No other guest has this reaction.
Mhm.
Shitter.
Pretty sure they'll get tired of it sooner or later.
No, not at all. I've seen the slides for today. You're actually going to be using that quite a bit.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
I will say we are going to do our best for Fiona on Wednesday.
Yeah, let's bring Fiona
Yes, Fiona, if you're listening, Wednesday is your day. Anyway, it's great to have you on, Ian.
on. Yeah, it's good to be on.
Are you
Nice
sure?
people. Nice people.
Okay, right. Oh, my script says, oh, wait a minute. There is another. Right.
Another.
Just
Is
let
that a
me get
Yoda
my
line?
just let me get my vocal cords warmed up. Right, here we go. Are you ready, folks?
Get on with it.
Happy birthday to you.
God help
Happy
me.
birthday.
Happy birthday
Stop.
to you.
Make
Happy
it stop.
birthday.
Happy
Stop. Kill
birthday,
me.
dear
Bend
Bing
me.
Problem Lee.
And
Happy
me.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay, anticlimax.
Hooray.
All you
Hooray.
bastards. Hello, Probby.
Hello.
You sing as well as you read chats.
In other words.
I was thinking something very similar, Z. So thank you.
Happy birthday,
Yes,
Lee.
get on with it.
Thank
Yes.
you.
How does it
Thank
feel to
you.
be 60, Problem Bing?
Oh, fuck yourself.
Okay. And on that bombshell, Lee, it's great to have you on, mate. Happy birthday.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
It's genuinely great to have you on, mate.
Oh, thank you. Very kind.
Okay. Shall we do some business then? Chat, good evening. We can see you. Hello. Good evening, chats.
We can
Okay, let me do some boomering while my mouse dies. Bear with me. Boomer.
You mean you don't
boom.
typically boomer?
Boomer's my middle name anyway. Okay, let's
Pretty
get some
much.
graphics up.
Dun, dun, dun.
Episode 198. Musings. Today's date. 200 approaching, everybody. Ooh.
Who's that geezer then? Did I say something funny? I don't know.
That was misgendering, but anyway, let's move on.
Hey, what?
Well, can't old ladies be geezers too, or is it just a dude thing?
Well,
I don't know.
nowadays,
I've called
they are.
women and men both
Okay.
geezers. so-
Please like, share, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Donate the channel if you're feeling generous.
Donate to the channel.
Please keep Brown off the streets, giving handjobs for cash.
Crack. Oh, wow.
Times are tough, you know.
Wait a minute, hold on. How much cash we talking?
Depends on the customer.
Oh dear.
No, I pay them.
You might as well fill in that form, Melvin.
Form an orderly queue. Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll get this one out of the way. I'm hoping there was an episode dropped this week.
There was.
Mm.
Oh, who would like to go first then?
Go on, Z.
I thought it was another excellent episode. It's Mariko-centric. You get to see the absolute lengths that she's prepared to keep Toranaga's plan intact
Spoilers, folks. Sorry.
and undermine Lord Ashigo's grip on the hostages within the castle. My only comment on this is, could everybody please stop committing seppuku for just 5 minutes?
Wow.
Please. I mean,
Wow.
in this series, it's like, oi, did you spill my pint? And he goes, hi, I've been dishonoured my house. Steve, second me.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm going to do. Hello, Donny. I'm going to binge Shogun. Yeah, once it's all finished. But I've been told I need to watch the 1980 original because I've never seen it. So
I saw it a long time ago. It's good.
Yabashigi letting in the shinobi ninja. Fucking hell.
Mm.
what?
Yeah.
That sounds
That was-
amazing.
Awesome. That was awesome. I
I
have to say,
ninja, like, piling into the compound, slaughtering everybody.
it's mental.
It would make a great video game, wouldn't it?
What,
Yeah.
Shinobi? That would be a very, very good video game.
Yeah.
Um,
Funny, nobody's thought of it.
Sounds like a Sega would be very good at doing a game like that.
You know
So
what?
what-
I'm going to pitch it to them. I'll pitch it to them.
This
time next year,
episode-
Brown.
This episode ruined me.
Oh, are you watching it?
I am.
Oh,
I
good
am.
lad.
I'm watching it. I'm loving it, and yeah, this episode was particularly difficult because there's a slight reprieve, wasn't there, Z?
Mm.
And you thought, oh, fuck for that, and then no, you're not allowed to be happy.
No, not at all. Not for 5 minutes. This is getting like Game of Thrones. Don't get attached to anyone.
Yeah, I was.
We're
gutted.
British.
Oh.
We're not supposed to be happy.
Melvin, you saw this week's then, yeah?
Yeah. Not yet. Well, I agree
What,
with Z.
what episode are we
Good
at now? Is it 8 or 9?
9.
That was 9,
Oh,
One more
as
to go.
the Germans say.
9?
9.
9.
That's no. everybody.
Yeah, here's a top tip
Yep.
for you, by the way. Don't quote Mein Kampf on Twitter.
Or on this channel.
Oh no, is that what got you banned this time?
Yeah, I did quote Mein Kampf to someone who was quite keen on pushing Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh lord.
Wow.
And I'm the one who got done for abuse and harassment.
I'm just
So,
writing the check to YouTube.
Thank you.
Master, are you watching Shogun?
Yeah, so I started watching the show 2 days ago. I'm 4
Wow.
episodes in, and I'm loving the characters, the set design, the dialogue, and overall script writing, and the fact that we get like to see the perspectives from various characters. The attention to detail is immaculate. It's a thoughtful character exploration and a detailed setting that brings feudal Japan to life, and I think it's one of my favorite shows in a while.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Have you ever
Definitely.
thought about becoming a reviewer? I think you'd be very good.
Oh, the thought has crossed my mind a few times.
Got that voice for it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
He
you're
has a
very
great
good.
voice.
Yeah.
It's got a voice for YouTube, and Brown has got a voice for silent movies.
Or a ham radio, but
Yeah, very ham.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're too
Anytime.
kind.
Ian, are you watching Shogun? Yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Do it.
Rennie?
No, I tried to get into it. I had a very hard time. The hubby wanted to watch it, and we both just kept falling asleep. So we're gonna give it another shot, maybe when it's not too late at night. So
Couple of Prozacs, and then maybe that will help.
Yeah. Ian, are we gonna binge it after it's finished, or what do
I
you think?
might do. It all depends on time. If I've got any time to binge.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
it's easier said than done.
Do it.
Put it that way. Do it.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yes.
Oh, gold.
It's worth your time. It's worth
Cheers,
your time.
Yoda.
And
Is this
the next
by-
episode will have to be the battle now, so they can't
Yeah.
not put the battle in it. So
Yeah, here you go, folks.
the next episode will be.
Bayonara Rad, Miss Sparrow Lights, that's me. There needs to be a 2-hour-long episode for the finale. What do you think?
I'll be down for that.
Is it next week, the finale?
In 2-3 days, I think, actually.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday, I think.
How many episodes are there in total?
10.
10. Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. So I kind of get the feeling we are still heartily recommending this.
Absolutely. It's
Definitely.
the best
Oh,
thing
for sure.
I've seen in quite a while. Quite a while.
There you go, folks. Shogun, check it out. Okay, shall we proceed?
Yes.
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 Oh
No.
my god.
No.
No, move on.
For the people
Boo.
on podcasts, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, wherever it is, part 2 dropped this week.
Part poo.
Who
Is
cares?
that the one that was supposed to be better than Star Wars on like every level?
It failed on every level.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because per Zack Snyder.
Who has watched it?
Nope.
I
Zack
unfortunately.
Snyder was in London last week.
I found out what he was doing as well.
What was he doing?
Interview.
Apologizing.
Yes, that's well. An interview for
Apologies
G.
all.
An interview for GQ magazine.
He was in
Oh,
Forbidden
Lord.
Planet, and he was signing stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, he should be forbidden on any planet.
Master, you watched it.
I
think.
did. I really was disappointed by part 1, and I did not think that part 2 could get any worse, but yet Snyder found a way to surprise me. It's a derivative script, really lackluster execution. The narrative structure is weak. There's no character development. There's a scene where I forget Jimon Honsu's character's name, General Titus, I think.
Are we going to say spoilers for anybody?
Oh,
who cares?
because we
Because
haven't
I
used
don't
those.
think spoilers, everybody. Not that I
But-
don't think any of you
Okay,
care.
but like, don't our long-term time like listeners know or watchers know that this is pretty much a spoiler show, right?
it is indeed.
Yeah.
I've been getting into trouble recently, so
Okay.
Who
Well, I'm
with
just
the
saying.
spoiler police?
yes. Spoiler police.
I could try to be as vague as possible if you prefer.
I
No,
don't think
put the
nobody
boot in.
cares on this.
Put the
Yeah,
boot
just go
in.
for it. Just go for it.
Like halfway through the second film, the final film, supposedly, the General Titus sits down with all the main characters. We know nothing about them, and he's just like, we should know who we're fighting with. So here's my backstory, and then he points to another character. He's like, what's your backstory? And then that character points to another character. It's just the most basic form of storytelling and character development I've ever seen. It's so bad. Like it's like a 8th grader was given $10 million by their parents to make a film. Like
Oh,
it's horrible.
Christ. Shall we go home?
Yeah. I tried watching it.
Yeah,
I
go on,
tried
Melvin.
watching it.
Go on,
I
Melvin.
made it about, I don't know, my maths isn't great, about a third of the way. 47 minutes I made it and had to turn it off. I couldn't take any more. It was too painful.
For on what? Why was it painful?
Can you report it as a hate crime in Scotland?
Probably. There was a white guy in it, so yeah.
Oh, well, definitely.
No, it was just everything. Well, there was one part where everybody sits down and tells you the backstory, and it's like, I come from here and this happened and the Empire killed all my friends, and every one of them goes through one after the other, and it didn't take that long, but it seemed to take about I don't know, about 3 hours for them to get through it, telling you how they ended up fighting the evil Empire, and it's like, why is this even here? Why is this even in the story? We knew from the first movie that they don't like the Empire.
So you're looking forward to the extended version when it comes out?
I'm gonna have to say no.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Apparently,
I'll be completely honest. The first one wasn't good, but I was entertained when I watched it. It was entertaining, but this isn't. This is just painful.
Oh, dear.
half the film is out of focus, and
The
What?
rest
He
is in
spends
slow
two,
motion.
yeah, he spends like 2 to 6 minutes with slow-mo grain harvesting when they should be preparing for a massive battle. The Dreadnought, which is this huge Imperial ship, is powered by coal, which is
What?
so freaking stupid. There's so many points throughout this film where you're just wondering, why did Snyder choose to do this? Like, it doesn't serve the story. It doesn't facilitate anything. It's just bizarre.
Does Greta Thunberg know the spaceship's been powered by fossil fuels?
Can we
I
send
don't
her on
believe
it?
she does.
Can we put her on it and send
How
her through
dare
the
you.
space vagina?
How dare you?
I mean, Zack Snyder's one of those directors who had some smash hits early on and then got thrust into the Hollywood spotlight, where he's churned out non-stop slop based on an audience algorithm ever since.
Yeah, yeah.
J.J. Abrams is the same. He started out great, Alias and Lost, and then just downhill all the way. I think David Zaslav realised this and cancelled his forthcoming Constantine series.
I think-
and all associated
Wow.
with Bad Robot. Michael Bay also falls into this category.
Here you go. Come
Yeah.
on.
Agreed.
Is it
You see
Moon
that-
or Moon?
They
Oh, no.
find they
Don't know.
find what they think is their niche. You know, they get something that works, and then they flog it to death, and they don't progress. They don't progress as creators or artists or whatever you want to call it, filmmakers. You know, Zack Snyder found slow motion, and he makes them look good. His films look very, very pretty. You know, he's got a good eye for an angle and whatever.
Yeah.
And slow motion, and that's his gimmick, and that's what he's got. And he puts nothing into the story at all, and he hasn't seemed to progress in any way since.
You should go
since
to
forever.
making music videos.
Yeah. I mean,
Agreed.
slow motion to
Or
Zack
pornos.
Snyder is what lens flare is to
That's your
J.J.
area of
Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Joe Rogan. It was on Joe Rogan a few weeks ago, and he was talking about that. He used to make music videos before he made films.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
So did Ridley Scott, I think.
What's his name?
Why-
David Fincher did as well, didn't he?
Hmm.
That's true.
Yes, he did.
Well, maybe Bananarama are looking for someone to do it direct.
old
That's
school.
taken.
Ian, you're not going to watch this, are you?
I watched episode 1. I watched the first one, and I didn't like it. The worst thing about this film and the worst crime is their ship designs are so fucking awful. They really are. I don't know. They look like submarines, or it's just awful. The whole thing's just awful. I'm not going to be watching part 2. Pretty sure it's bad.
Didn't
So,
Snyder
yeah.
say he wants to extend this to 6 films?
Oh, good luck.
Why?
I don't know. It's like we've not been punished enough.
Also, sometimes in some shots it looks like a western, like they're riding on horses and stuff, and you think, well, am I
Like
watching
Star Wars.
sci-fi?
Yeah.
Or-
That's
yeah.
Space horses.
Well, he's
Yeah.
basically inspired by Star Wars and Seven Samurai, but he doesn't understand the fundamentals of what made both those films and franchises great. Like, it's
Like characters that are fun and interesting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
stories.
probably his thing. He probably thought, if I take the Seven Samurai and I set it in space, and then I put it in slow motion,
It'll be
be
even
amazing.
better.
So, question then: can you see why? I'm assuming Kathleen Kennedy rejected this.
If it's
Well-
bad enough for her to reject it, it's got to be pretty bad. But then again,
Yeah.
is she want to talk? Really?
Well,
It-
it's anyway. I mean, I just think that everything that they've made, in Star Wars has been bad. All of it, really. Let's face it. And with this, right, it's trying to be Star Wars, but it can't be Star Wars. So he's stuck between a rock and a hard place, and this is what he's producing. It's really bad. It really is very, very bad. I mean, even down to the casting. The main character is. I thought it was a guy at first, but obviously not. It's a woman, isn't it? So
It's a charisma void, isn't it?
yeah, it's just bad. The whole thing's
Fundamentally.
bad. And also,
kinda-
right, it's science fiction, right? Yet they've got twiddles and knobs, and they look like their radio.
Oh, I'm quite
looks like
down
an
with that,
old
yeah.
60s
Fossil
radio
fuel.
or something. It's ridiculous. But anyway, whatever.
And
Carry on.
the main motivation of the Empire doesn't really make sense. So they're obsessed by this small farming town called Velt, I think. But I don't understand why the Empire cares so much about the wheat of one small community. There are multiple planets that we've seen, And surely there's multiple planets devoted to the cultivation of grain. What about the other worlds that where the companions are from? How do they feed their populace, and why isn't the Empire interested in getting grain from them? Like, he's trying to build this massive, expansive empire and universe, but the world of this film feels so small.
It's Tatooine again.
It's mental.
But
How much
you
grain
know,
could they possibly grow? There's only a few
No,
people there, like a few
but
dozen people. But
you
and they're
know
sending
why
like
though?
a whole fleet of ships to get the grain. They've got thousands of people on them ships. They could just as easily put them people in the fields to grow some grain.
But
Save themselves
Exactly.
trouble.
the reason why it's so bad is because it's obvious he's copying Magnificent Seven. That's what he's doing, right? And he's
Badly,
put a
by
little
the
Star
sounds of
Wars
it.
spin on it. It's Magnificent Seven. That's what it is, and it's the Western Magnificent Seven he's copying.
Go watch Blake
totally.
7 instead. That's what I say.
That's what he's doing. So it's obvious, and he's trying to wrap it up with Star Wars, trying to put Star Wars a layer on top of it, but it's so obvious that's what he's doing, and he
It's
stretched
Blake
that out for
7.
2 movies.
Bad
That's what he's
Blake
done.
7.
Yeah.
The slow motion was out of hand as well, even more than the last one, because in here, from what I watched, it seemed that every scene that didn't have dialogue was in slow motion.
Shall I proceed the next slide? It's a sidestep.
Let's go.
Go for it.
Zack Snyder, when asked why Rebel Moon has so much slow motion, the obvious answer is slow motion is awesome. The use of it is a way of just embellishing heroic moments that our heroes go through.
Did you really stumble on embellishing?
No?
Felt like it.
The thing is, though, when he uses slow motion, it's really dull and boring. But when John Woo uses slow motion, it's quite exciting. You have to know when to use it and when not to use it, and he just wants to use it anytime
He loves
he
it.
wants the film to be longer. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
So-
it's bizarre that he says the use of it is a way to just embellish heroic moments that our heroes go through. Yet we see him using it in part 2 when they're just harvesting grain. Like, how is that a heroic moment?
What?
I'm saying
Well,
you've got
it's
to know
feeding
when
the
to use it.
troops. I don't know.
Do you
You've got to know
remember?
when to use it, right? That's what it is. Sorry, carry on.
Remember back in the old days when we had to do tests in school and you had to write an essay and they would say, "Don't do double spacing." This is why. slow motion is the double spacing of the film industry, isn't it?
It's true. It is true. Also, he writes like he's in school, doesn't he? They went, and at the ending, it's all a dream. The end. And remember, you used to put that when you couldn't think of anything when they tell you to write an essay. That's what you used to think.
Well,
of,
yeah.
right?
Remember,
Right?
you know that old saying about, if you sit a whole bunch of monkeys down in the room with a typewriter, eventually they'll type the works of Shakespeare. This feels like they've been throwing chimpanzees at typewriters and seeing how they land on their heads. And it's a massacre. That's really what's happened. It's a monkey massacre.
Would somebody think of the chimps?
Yeah. Please.
So I'm confused then. Are we recommending this or not?
What do you think?
Put it down as a maybe.
Okay, we've got some super chat, folks, if I may. Romeo Tango November Zulu for $5 New Zealand dollars. Thank you, my friend. Rebel Moon is Battle Beyond the Stars, made for 100 times the budget and 1/10 the talent. It's not worth anyone's time. Instead, read Shogun, the book.
I mean, Battle Beyond the Stars was Magnificent Seven.
Yes, it's good
but in
fun, though, isn't
space.
it? Yeah.
It was because
Fun.
people of passion, they people that made that
Cameron.
film, were all passionate about doing the best job they could. But with this one, it just looks like it's going through the. Well, I haven't seen the second part, but the first part was awful. So
Blake 7 is better.
Lee keeps saying Blake 7.
Blake 7.
Blake
Watch
7.
it.
There you go. Mega Spider-Man for €5. Thank you, my friend. To all, thoughts on Apocalypse Now?
Apocalypse Now? Can't even remember it. Such a long time ago.
I was going to say, I saw it on, I think, VHS as a small child, and I
Same
don't
here.
remember much.
Yeah, nor do I. I do remember the
Well,
scene with the helicopters and the music, and that's the bit that I remember. Apart
I
from
remember-
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah, I remember that bit. Yeah.
I remember that my favorite actor from my soap opera I used to watch was on it, Eric
Who's
Braeden. So Eric Braeden, he plays Victor Newman on Young and the Restless. I used to love that show. Hate it now, but
Didn't Martin Sheen have a heart attack?
yes.
He did.
Martin Sheen had a heart attack,
I didn't
and
tell anybody.
Francis Ford Coppola had a nervous breakdown, I think.
Were they really on angel dust at the time?
It was lots of things went wrong because they filmed it in the Philippines.
Mm.
And at the time in the Philippines, they were having some kind of rebellion. And like, for example, the scene with the helicopters,
Mm.
they kept on sending the helicopters away to bomb rebels while they were trying to film.
Mhm.
That kind of thing. It's like that would put a dampener on your mood, certainly.
Probably
Fantastic
would.
movie, though. Fantastic
Yeah.
movie. A very
Yeah.
young Harrison Ford in it
Oh yeah.
before he was.
I thought it
famous.
was a spectacular film, but it was a very chaotic production for sure.
Mm.
Especially with Marlon Brando. Right? What lines? Yeah, I'll make them up.
Okay. Next question then. Favorite Star Wars film and why? Z.
Revenge of the Sith is my favourite. I just like it better.
Okay. You just like
Yeah.
it,
nothing
Rennie?
wrong with that.
Well,
I
not-
don't
not just
believe you.
that. Is my cut of that film is 4 hours long because it's got the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars season 7 in it, and it actually improves the film astronomically having that extra scenes. So yeah, I watch a 4 hour cut. It's Revenge of the Sith. Then obviously Empire.
Mm.
Rennie?
Mine was always Empire Strikes Back. That's probably the best Star Wars movie ever made, in my personal opinion. I really love the whole Vader and Luke dynamic, and I don't know, it's just almost like the perfect movie as far as a Star Wars movie to me.
Very good. Melvin?
The first one, Star Wars. They call it A New Hope now, but back then it was just called
No
Star
Hope.
Wars.
I'm right.
And it's the best because it was the first and it started everything. None of the rest
Yeah.
would exist without it. And
Master?
that's what makes it better. That's what makes it better than the
Makes
Empire
it
Strikes
betterer,
Back.
doesn't it? Yes.
It
No,
makes
you
it better than the
didn't.
Empire Strikes Back because the Empire Strikes Back wouldn't exist without it. As a standalone movie, the Empire Strikes Back doesn't work, does it?
Correct.
That's
Master?
true. Yeah, I agree with Remy. The Empire Strikes Back is probably my favorite film, although I do have a soft spot for A New Hope.
Ian?
Empire Strikes Back and then Star Wars. Empire Strikes Back is slightly better than Star Wars because of the stakes that was in the film. Because because of Star Wars, you ended up caring about all the characters,
Oh, yes.
and then Empire Strikes Back just racked up the tension and the wonder of the whole thing. Plus, it's got the best special. It was voted the best special effects ever in a movie, which is the Walker scene.
Yeah, incredible.
So there you go. Yeah.
Mm.
Lee?
Well, obviously Solo. And,
Why is that then?
because I was
It
no,
lost
Boy,
money,
bye.
by the way. It lost
Okay.
money.
no, Star Wars.
They lost money.
Did it?
All of it, the franchise, the whole franchise. Well, Disney Star Wars as well. No,
bless you.
my favorite is and will always be Star Wars, not New Hope, Star Wars, because that's what it
Star
is.
Wars.
Exactly the same
It
reasons
is.
as Melvin said. Absolutely
Exactly.
the same.
Okay. And it says, welcome, Master Nayat.
Thank you, Mega Spidey Man. Appreciate you.
Okay. And just
Um,
coming in.
Brown, did you get? I think Common People did one a little while back. Did you get his already?
I'm
or
going to
did I
do it in a
miss
minute. Don't worry.
some? Okay.
I've-
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to
Uh,
the Rennie L show.
That's every time she's on. Romeo Remo, Tango November Zulu, 2 New Zealand dolls. Thank you, my friend. Happy birthday, Probby, the real star of War of Star.
You mean
Um,
Solo?
And that's why you got that hefty accusation, Brown. What you just did. No, just
Thank you,
Z.
Ruth. Thank you.
Z, are you available, please, my friend?
Yes, I am. Come on, people in the chat for £10 British, which is real money, don't you know?
Oh, yes.
As my old dad used to say, if it's poking out, tuck it back in.
That's good advice.
Of course, he's very used to that.
Good advice.
And what did your old dad say after he got out of prison?
Oh Lord.
Bend over.
Let's not go there. Okay. Let's move on then. So
brown.
Yes.
Brown. Before we move on, right? You didn't
Come
say
on, I want to
what
get
one's
out
your
for 2
favorite.
hours. Come on.
What one's your favorite?
Oh yeah. Come on, Tina.
Last Jedi.
It's Last Jedi.
And that's
Good
why
night,
you go in the
everyone.
bin.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
That's why Brown belongs in the bin or lives in the bin, folks.
The channel
Because
is now.
it was written by a master technician of writers. All right, let's move on.
Master something. Yeah.
Yes.
R.I.P.
Okay.
Brown. R.I.P.
And R.I.P. Rebel Moon. Okay, let's move on then. The charm offensive for I was going to say Star Wars. Superman is gearing up again. James Gunn. On this day, 1938, the first superhero entered our atmosphere via the imaginations of Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. He gave us someone to believe in, not because of his great physical power, but because of his character and determination to do right, no matter what. Happy
Pretty sure it's his
birthday.
physical power. Quite honestly. I mean, a nice guy doing the right thing is a bit boring if he can't fly or shoot lasers.
That's right.
Seems like a pretty basic understanding of Superman, because he seems to understand an aspect of Superman, but the character's ethos is more complex. He believes in truth, justice, and the American way. He's also the embodiment of hope. Why can't we hear that anymore?
That's right.
Well, his primary... Go on, sorry, Rennie.
No, I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say
don't worry.
His primary role is to protect both people and the environment. He's an inspiration. He uses non-lethal force. Finally, these are all things that Zack Snyder neglected to include with his vision of Superman. Yeah.
Well, and one thing that I think people forget, there was some sort of uproar on the set of Superman Returns, the movie with Brandon Routh, where they were no longer allowed to say truth, justice, and the American way, because that was not inclusive of other cultures and countries. So they had to drop it. And it stung because Superman was an American citizen. He fought for truth, justice, and the American way because he loved America. Yes, he helped out other countries. He wasn't going to be like, oh, France is in trouble, screw them. But it was apparently an offensive thing to say at that point in time. And that was, I believe, 2006. So here we are.
Themselves back to 2006.
Yeah, but you know.
I think the question you got to ask yourself is James Gunn going to do right for this movie? Because of current times, is he going to be under the constraints of current times, or is he going to treat Superman with respect and the way it's supposed to be? He's supposed to be in today's world, right? And I think he's under constraints. Mind you, though, I saw him. He was interviewed by Michael Rosenbaum, whatever his name is, on Inside of You. And he comes across as a really nice guy, James Gunn.
Does,
I listened to everything he said, and I think, he looks like he's,
Yeah, but Russell T. Davies came across as quite a nice guy.
Oh, here we go.
That's right. That's right.
But Lee, that's my point. My point is that these days you can't trust what people say anymore.
That's right.
So it's. I'm
it's
hoping
arsenic and syrup. That's what it is.
Well, I'm hoping that he treats Superman with respect and do Superman the way it's supposed to be done. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that.
Well, when he comes in and starts firing people left and right, I don't have a good feeling about him. That's just me. You fired Henry Cavill just to hire a younger version of Henry Cavill, and I understand where he's going with that. I get it, but. For someone who said they wanted to play Superman forever or whatnot, and to just kind of kick him in the teeth, so to speak. Not happy with that. I
Uh,
don't like his whole cleaning
ugly.
house thing. I didn't think Guardians of the Galaxy movies were that great. The first one was
Oh, I
pretty
loved them.
good,
It was fun.
but aside from that, the rest weren't that great. And
Oh,
I think he gets more
Rennie.
credit than he deserves. That's just me.
Rennie,
So-
apologize. Guardians of the Galaxy was fantastic. Apologize.
No, the first one was pretty good, but the
Rennie,
second
Rennie,
and third were not great.
Rennie.
I have the
Yeah, I
right to
think
my
the second
opinion.
one-
Oh, well,
No, you don't. Get out.
So-
Second one is overrated, and you know
Thank
it.
you, Z.
Second one's
the
great.
second one's the best one. The second one's the best one.
I like second one.
I got
here
a
you go,
bag of dicks
folks.
for all you guys.
Kurt Russell was in the
And
second one.
extras. Here you go, folks. Legend in his own lifetime. Side of feet. Who's the long-haired boy on the left?
It's not. It's
Oof.
a girl.
Oof.
The girl, and she's lovely. Listen,
Is that
right-
Lois?
Yes, it is Lois. And the guy with the cap is meant to be the guy who's playing
Isn't
Superman.
she supposed to be pretty?
She is
Oh.
quite pretty, actually.
I think
She
she's
is.
Well, that's
she's
a bad
very
angle, then.
reminiscent. I think she's very reminiscent of
Remember
Margaret
what?
Kidder.
Margot
Yeah,
Kidder.
she is a bit.
Who is she? What's her name?
She's in the Marvelous.
Rachel...
Yeah, she's in that show, Marvelous
Chat
Maisel,
up us
whatever
out.
it is.
Rachel...
Maisel.
That's it, yeah.
All right. Okay, hang on.
There you go. Tim's talk. She was good in... I loved him. She,
Yeah, Mrs. Maisel. Yeah, she's a good
great.
actress.
She's
And
really
she's
good.
cute, and hopefully she'll make Lois stand out. But again, right, I don't have any faith in Gunn because he's talking about putting the Green Lantern in there and Supergirl, and I'm like,
What?
just make a Superman film for God's sakes. What is wrong with you? Just make a Superman film. That's all we need right now. And then if it's a success, you can branch out. But don't pepper the film with things that don't belong in the Superman movie. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's
I
just-
think that I was going to say I think that James Gunn understands character well, and he does write some pretty banging scripts, but I don't think he has the right sensibilities to cover Superman. He's used to writing whimsical, idiosyncratic
Yes.
groups of characters, but Superman is a bit more wholesome than what he's used to working on. So I'm tentatively,
He's a bit of a
cautiously
gutter-minded-
awaiting him.
He's a bit of a gutter-minded type, isn't he? So
Mm.
Yes.
I'm just expecting there to be some sort of crass, crude, tongue-in-cheek kind of gags, and I just think, God forbid, if he put
There you go.
Superman
Not Brian.
in his underpants.
Dick and fart joke.
I'm talking.
movies. I'm interrupting.
Yes, carry on.
Happy birthday. Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
proceed.
Hold on.
Lord.
One more
Well,
thing about
let's go
Superman.
back then. Sorry.
Well, one more thing about Superman. I think that guy doesn't really look like Superman personally.
No.
I think it's
I think it looks a
Very
lot like
doesn't,
Henry
in my
Cavill.
opinion.
They picked the guy who looked like Henry Cavill to replace
Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah. And also
I thought
another thing.
I did predict him. I did predict him.
Another thing I would like to
No
say
one
is
cares,
I
Lee.
hope,
I just
Yeah, Lee,
I hope-
okay.
they care.
I
Nobody
hope.
cares. Tell me you care.
I hope that they actually shoot Superman flying so we can actually see him flying. Because when you watch the Zack versions, he's flying so fast, you might as well just have a little dot on the screen. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I want, like Chris Reeves, you see the beauty of when Chris Reeves was flying, and I
Or
hope he
how
does
exhilarating he felt when he flew.
that. Yes.
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 Mm.
So,
Agreed.
Okay. Let's
So graceful.
sidestep.
Yeah.
Oh, so casting news.
oh, what's this?
Yeah, you
Please
guys
help me.
didn't see this one?
Pruitt Taylor Vince has been cast as Pa Kent in.
Well, I think he's going to do the
Dune.
heart attack very well.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's a spot on. So the casting is spot on then.
No.
Yeah, because I mean, he's definitely in bad health. It's obvious. So
Yeah.
that's not going to be a shocker.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible casting. Why would you cast this man as Clark Kent's father? This is ridiculous.
Because
Oh,
James
this is
Gunn
where I lose
sucks.
weight. This is where I
Is
lose
that
weight.
waiting to happen?
Look, we had Kevin Costner play Jonathan Kent in the Man of
Yeah.
Steel movie. He looked the part.
He
but didn't
did.
behave like the character.
No,
Jonathan
he was
Kent.
No.
awful.
Let me die.
Yeah, so long as the
Discount
person play
Orson
the part,
Welles.
I don't have an issue with what he looks like.
I
Well,
do.
in the original, Glenn Ford was
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a great
And,
Pa
and
Kent.
and he was old as well, wasn't he? When he was an old man
Mega
in that.
actor. Mega actor. Let's
No,
No,
but
face
he
no.
it.
He's a
wasn't
good actor.
like obese
Guys,
and looked like he
look.
was about to die.
Can you not
from a
see
heart
what's going
attack.
on? He's complying with these stupid rules
Yep,
of Hollywood now.
inclusivity.
And
Well,
and
this
this guy
this
is
guy's not ticking any
overweight.
boxes, is he?
No, well, he's
Well,
overweight.
he's clicking
right?
he's ticking
Yeah,
the
Fat
body
boss.
shame or
Yeah,
Pale
anti-fashion.
male stale and he's got to go.
It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This
That's
gives
why
me
he
no
died.
faith in what's happening with Gunn Superman. It really.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
only way this guy's diverse is if he ate somebody who was diverse.
Boom. Now, I think that Pruitt Taylor Vince is actually like a magnificent character actor, but most of the things that I've seen him in, he plays like really weird, out there,
yes, he does.
psychopathic
Mhm.
characters. So I don't
You're
think he's
right.
actually the right fit
Wow.
for.
Well, in
Papa
today's
Kent.
modern world, he's going to be like the antithesis to Pa Kent that we've had before. He's going to be like, you know, super toxic, wife beating Pa Kent or something.
Oh,
Oof.
Can you imagine? Oh,
It's,
God.
it's Clark's father and mother, adopted father, and you know, they were wholesome. You know, they
Well, they're not.
believed in the good in man.
Well, he's
and the
certainly
good.
whole.
Bro.
Yeah.
Shall we?
They'll
Should
give
we
him some
sidestep then?
dungarees. Some dungarees and a
What?
check shot, and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he be sitting on a
Gonna
wall?
die.
The
No,
wall
it's-
might fall.
I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Build the
Sorry.
wall.
All the king's men, all the king's horses, and all the king's men couldn't put Pa
Why
Kent
can't
together
they
again.
do things how it's supposed to be?
Because you
Why-
wish it. Let's move on.
Why? It's ridiculous.
Neither Howell
How?
has been cast. Thank you. As Martha Kent in
Yeah,
James Gunn's Superman. What did you say?
I don't know who she is, but she looks the part.
She looks.
But yeah, she does. And look at
All
look
right,
at the
yeah,
thing-
I'll take it
the
back. They
cartoon.
could have got someone
sorry,
who looked the part.
the comic book picture. Nobody draws Superman's father as a big fat guy. I'm sorry, where does this come from?
That's
Where does this come
because-
from?
You're just
That's because
fattest
it takes too
phobias.
much ink. It takes too much ink to draw fat people, so they drew them skinny because they were hey, they were greedy. They didn't want to spend enough money on the ink to make the character how he should be.
So
Ian
there you
just
go.
enjoys fat
This-
shaming.
Timmy-
Okay, leave
Timmy
us alone.
knows his stuff.
This is going to be
Talking.
James Gunn. It's
Timmy
gonna be
knows
James-
his
Stop
stuff.
it, you. It's going to be James Gunn's Superman. So Pa Kent is going to have a heart attack
Sorry,
whilst
Tim.
he's on top of Ma.
Aw.
What?
Yeah,
And
he's
she's
going
going
to
to be suffocating
Yeah.
because he's too heavy.
And then
Oh, that's
Superman
just
will
Well,
have
they're
to
into
discover his
autoerotic
powers and
asphyxiation.
Is this then Stephen King's Superman?
Oh my god.
It's turning out that way.
Look, I'm quite surprised that they're not black. Do you know what I mean? You
Oh,
want to push it out there further?
Oh.
You know, it doesn't matter if they're black or white, does it? Because they adopt Superman, don't they? So they could be black.
Sh-
Do you know what I mean? So
Did I say that wrong? It's why did you say that name?
stupid. This is so stupid. Oh, this annoys me.
I
So annoys me.
I would give Gunn the benefit of the doubt until after he fucks up. but
Okay,
I'm an optimist.
Ian.
Mm. What?
Marks out of 10 for
For what?
Casting?
Oh, for God's sake. I'm not even complying to that
Oh.
question.
You wouldn't give her one?
Is it a hit or is it shit?
I'll
Get it or
start.
quit it.
I'll
Shit.
start.
Yeah, we know you would, Brown. You're desperate.
You're going to get shut down by YouTube. You do know that, don't you?
Well, Drew's done it as well, so
Oh, for God's sake.
and Mr. Rad has as well.
Has
Look,
she
they're all
been
doing it.
has she been in anything on TV and stuff? Why has he cast her though? That's the question, isn't it?
In all fairness, if we're gonna have a poll on Ma Kent, you should put one out there for Pa Kent as well.
Mm.
Would Brown give him one?
Big fat zero.
All right, let's move on then. So it's looking well. It's looking promising, isn't it, for Superman? At least they got rid of the legacy or whatever it was.
Well, they still got Perry White as a black guy though, which is stupid as far as I'm concerned. So there you go. I don't believe in race swapping at all.
Yeah, but that's the irony, isn't it? His name's White.
Exactly. Exactly.
I quite like
Mhm.
that, but that's just me. Let's move on.
Oh,
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio had talks about playing Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman.
he
There
dodged the
was,
bullet there, didn't he?
yeah, there was the one
Ooh.
that mentioned. Sorry, there was the
He
one that
was.
mentioned that as well. Could you read it? I've
He
gone
was the one
shit.
that mentioned to me this idea about Superman fighting the Justice League. Unquote.
I don't
What do we
care.
think?
No, DiCaprio is Lex Luthor. No thanks. Even though Eisenberg sucked.
Yeah, he did. And Leonardo DiCaprio's Luthor, really? He doesn't look menacing. He's got a face like a
No.
shaved cat.
Have you seen a shaved cat?
We have
I
now.
have one right here.
And Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Look, Leo's a
Oh.
great actor, but an actor is only as good as the script they're given, and Snyder is no Quentin Tarantino or Scorsese, so yeah, it wouldn't have worked either way.
And
Yes.
just because you're a great actor doesn't necessarily mean you're right for a role either.
That's
You'd be the
correct.
greatest
True.
actor ever, but you could still be totally wrong for a character.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Great, in fact, magnificence in The Wolf of Wall Street.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
I tried for years to hate Leonardo DiCaprio because I was jealous, but he is a really good actor.
He is a
He
good
is a
actor.
really good
He
actor.
is.
I mean,
is.
going back like I don't know, like 20 years ago, you know, he was young and good looking and rich, and all the supermodels were after him, and I wanted to hate his guts, I just couldn't do it, and I
His
tried.
face
Believe me,
is so annoying.
Ego, fat lobber. Bring back Kevin Spacey. Well, he's available.
He'd be a good Lex Luthor.
He was
What-
actually
He
a
was.
good Lex
He was.
Luthor in Superman Returns. Like Kevin
Oh, I
Spacey
forgot
was
that
probably
one.
the best part of that movie. To be honest,
He was really channeling Gene Hackman in that,
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
Quite well.
100%.
But he
Agreed.
kind of looks a bit like him, doesn't he?
Who's the guy who was in Breaking Bad? I think he'd make a good Lex Luthor.
Cranston.
Yeah, I think because Lex Luthor needs to be really intelligent and a businessman. You
Older.
can't portray him like Gene Hackman. You've got to go with the times. So maybe he's a politician, maybe he's a billionaire, blah blah blah. That's how you should have Lex Luthor, not this idiot that was, the bells are ringing, ding 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 ding. What a load of old bollocks, wasn't
Got to be
it?
an
Oh, yeah.
Elon Musk stand-in or something.
Was it shit, Ian?
It was total shit, mate.
Okay. I think, yeah, okay, let's move on. Welcome to Leonardo DiCaprio news.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Has been
Oh,
cast
That's
as Frank Sinatra in a biopic
Wow.
Well, the
Oh.
older one.
directed by Martin Scorsese.
But Frank was really skinny when he was in his prime. He was,
When he was
he
young,
like a
yeah.
stick, wasn't he? When he was young, yeah. And all the girls used to fancy him. And I could see it. I could see if Leonardo
Well,
lost a lot of
older.
weight. I can see
But he
it.
was
old
also
one.
like rich and tied in with the mafia, so there was that too.
Oh, that might be good. Jennifer
Mm.
Lawrence will star not as his first wife, but as his second wife, Ava Gardner. Do you see what we did there?
Dude, Jennifer Lawrence can eat all the dicks. Or she probably has. Sorry.
probably have.
Have you got the
I
post
did-
ready to send her the bag of dicks?
They're ready and waiting.
That's going to be
So
expensive.
Leo will be solid as Sinatra, but it's Jessica Lawrence that will steal the show. Not sure if you guys are aware, but she was the first female action star. The
Yeah,
greatest there ever
apparently.
was. and
Yes,
will be.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just can't stand her. I think she thinks she's a better actress than she really is. I don't think she's as great as people think she is, or as she thinks she is.
Got one facial expression.
Yeah.
One look.
Slapped ass.
It's all that Botox.
Yeah.
What?
She's so young too, like to be already
Early
partaking in
30s.
that stuff.
She was just lucky to be in the Hunger Games. That was
Yeah.
what really enabled her to branch
I
out.
think
That
Leo,
launched her
I think
career,
Leo
yeah.
will do a good job if he is cast as
I
as
think
Frank.
so.
I think
Yeah,
he'd be really good.
DiCaprio is just dependable.
Yeah, he's a good actor. And Frank, if you watch the films with that Frank was in, I used to watch them with my dad because my dad was a huge fan of
Von
Frank
Ryan's
Sinatra
Express.
and stuff. Yeah, so if you watch them, he's got to study him completely if he wants to portray him. Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on.
Oh, good. What's this?
Andrew Garfield and Miles Teller are being eyed to star in Martin Scorsese's. He's going to be busy. This Jesus, or is it Jesu movie?
Jesu.
Do we need another Jesus movie?
Well, when I read this, I thought Jesus.
Well, I'm sorry, but how many angles can you tell this story exactly? What the Jesus, the teenage years? I guess that's all that's left. Jesus, carpenter.
I think
Apparently, it's going to be released on Good Friday. Apparently,
I think
Oh, dear.
the problem with
Here-
making a Jesus film is that the story is very, very sketchy. So you have to make things up, like
can I-
with Jesus of Nazareth and stuff like
Well,
that.
why
So
don't
he's gonna have to make things up.
May
isn't
I
he?
just say before I forget?
Go on.
Spoilers about the Jesus movie.
Nailed it.
I'm here all week.
You are the worst person ever. No.
All the best.
Rennie
Right,
said
the sequel.
cross.
But seriously though, the best Jesus film ever made, it wasn't even a movie, it was a TV spectacular, was Jesus
was.
of Nazareth, and Powell was amazing
Powell,
as
incredible.
as
Okay.
Jesus, you know.
Martin Scorsese, here's a challenge for you. Why don't you make a movie about Muhammad?
Ali,
Not touching that
Muhammad
one.
Ali.
No, I am
All
not
right,
touching
I-
that
Mr.
one.
Brown Alliance, R.I.P.
Nice knowing you, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
They should
Oh, there won't be a next time. It's gone.
they should make it like Jesus Vampire Hunter or something. And then it makes sense.
Oh, I'd be
Like
down for that.
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was a pretty freaking awesome movie and a pretty freaking awesome book. I'm just saying.
But then,
Do you know the big question?
All right,
is-
here's one: Jesus of the Caribbean.
But you know, the big question
Go on
is that they're eyeing up these two guys what to play Jesus, but they'll never allow this because obviously Jesus is not white.
Do
So
they look like Jesus in any way imaginable?
That's what I'm saying. So because of today's
No.
society, they're not going to allow this. They're going to want someone from Nazarene, I guess, to play Jesus. You know, that's how stupid things are.
You want someone a little bit Jewy. Just saying.
True.
Lee, you
he
could
was
do
Jewish.
Lee, you could do it.
Yeah.
Fancy
you know.
stepping up from being extra to leading.
Well, you know, I played
Man.
a prison guard at Auschwitz in X-Men First Class, so you know, play against type. Why not?
He's not the Messiah. He's a
He's a
very
very
naughty boy.
naughty probby. Okay.
They're both terrific actors. And
are, yeah.
although Miles doesn't really look like Jesus, I think he'd probably make a good Jesus. And it would be interesting to see Andrew go against type as Judas because
Ooh, yeah.
he usually plays very wholesome characters. And
Yeah, that'd be good.
The best Jesus ever
Mm.
on screen, on any screen, Robert Powell.
Yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Powell's
incredible.
amazing.
Mm.
But also, Mel Gibson's Passion of Christ was amazing as well. I thought that film was just blew out. Mel Gibson's a really great director.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Really terrific director. So that film was quite.
I'm
good.
not so fond.
that ruined the career of James Caviezel. I think it is, who
Caviezel,
played
uh-huh.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
That
he's
guy's strange,
deeply
though.
devoted as well.
Yeah.
And
He's-
he got banned from Hollywood.
If you
Because
haven't
of
seen
beliefs.
Robert Powell, just look him up. Google Robert Powell,
Yeah.
and you'll see him, and you think, actually, he looks more like Jesus than Jesus.
Yeah, it's a great TV series as well. Z,
It was.
available, mate? Please.
Black lives or black knives for $1.99 says. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Which one?
Jesus Christ, too, he's back and he's pissed off. That was the Bill Hicks thing. Was I love that.
Let's.
It's funny,
move
You know it's going to
on.
make a crap load of money if they release it on Good Friday. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to make a crap load of money. People are just going to,
Mhm.
you know, the Christians are just going to swarm to the cinema to see it, especially if it's done really well. So, you know, Martin Scorsese, he's not stupid, is he? Do you know what I mean? So-
No, he's a
Well,
great
sounds like he's-
director, but
Sounds like he's going to be busy over the next few years. Here you go, Franco Walker. Hello, Franco. I've got the VHS box set of
So have I.
Jesus. It's a great TV series.
It is. It is.
I used to have the little book back in the
Mm.
day when I was a kid because I just loved watching him because he was mesmerizing to
He
just
was.
to look
He
at.
was.
Okay. Let's move on.
Oh, I hear
This
this
dropped.
film's really good.
Yeah, this dropped this week. if you're over in America, I think it was on a very, very limited release. I don't think we've got it over here yet.
I was going to
Guy
say, I don't know
Ritchie's-
where that was playing. Sorry. Go on.
Thank you. Guy Ritchie's The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare debuts with a score of 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, starring Henry Cavill. How do you pronounce that? Liza, I can't even read it. That's
Eliza Gonzalez.
Henry Golding, Alan Richardson,
Big guy.
Hero
Finds
finds
Tiffin.
Tiffin.
Can't these people have
What?
normal names? I mean, not a single one of them, apart from Henry Golding, obviously, has a real proper name.
Alan Richardson.
Okay, that's
Richson.
Yeah.
Alex Pettyfor. Babos.
I heard it-
Oh, fuck.
Is this
Pollution Moken.
is this
Thank
made
you.
for TV? Is it made for TV or is it made for movies?
It's I think it's Netflix, but
Oh,
they did a
right.
very,
Oh.
very limited
Release, right?
release in the States, mainly for the critics, and I assume to tick some boxes with criteria for Oscars.
I hear it's
don't
really
know,
good,
I
though.
don't know.
I hear it's really.
I don't
really
think
good.
it's getting released over in Blighty.
Probably Netflix. I'd watch it. I heard it's really good. So I think
there you go then.
Culture
I've never heard of
Casino.
it.
Culture Casino did a review of it, and he said it was really
Yes.
Well, I,
I
enjoyed
heard
the
it's
TV series of the
The Gentleman.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was great. Great fun. I'm not too involved, not too serious. Just right. Just entertaining. So
I've heard this movie is decent, but not Guy Ritchie's best film. A few people have said it's like a restrained Guy Ritchie without
All right.
without his usual style.
good. Oh.
And what's his usual style, if I may?
Don't know.
That's a good question.
I'm not a Guy Ritchie fan.
Weirdly
know.
cut fight scenes.
Snappy editing.
I heard this was good, supposedly, but haven't we had this talk about Rotten Tomatoes, Brian? What did we say last time about Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know. I've slept.
Don't eat them. Don't eat Rotten Tomatoes. Well, see this guy, Hero Finds Tiffin. He, I think, is what's his name?
Isn't Tiffin
Ra-
confectionery?
Ralph Fiennes and Joseph Fiennes' his nephew, I believe. A very unfun fact. There you go.
so that's why you put the
Thank
fines.
you, Melvin.
Fines,
Okay, Melvin, thank you for
yeah.
that. Okay.
Cashing in on the family name,
Okay.
and also
Yeah.
shown as he's a bit of a tough.
Of course.
Here we go. Sorry, here we go. Tiffin is tea.
Tiffin.
We're having a tiffin.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Do we know when this is released
Carrying up
on
the
Netflix?
Khyber, wasn't it? Bit of Tiffin?
Yeah. It's a Sydney Rough Diamond.
So yeah, Sydney Rough Diamond. OB, BBC, ITV.
Channel 4. Does anybody know when this is released
No,
officially?
Lionsgate has yet to announce a streaming release date for the movie.
Why don't they put it out?
Well, it consistently releases its movies on Starz 180 days after cinematic release. So usually about 3 months, give it.
Okay. Let's move on then.
Spielberg.
Is
Making a
set
UFO
to
movie.
direct a UFO film based on his own idea. David
Oh,
He
yay.
did do one
Quinn.
of those back
We'll
in
write this-
1977.
He did too.
Yeah.
I thought
Close
are they-
Encounters,
the
right?
UAD, is it UADs now anyway?
Mm.
Or
Yeah,
they
he did
identified
too.
something.
He did Close Encounters and ET, didn't he?
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, he's
Nah.
he, according to him, his whole idea of Superman, whole idea of UFOs has completely changed. So,
Oh, boy.
so yeah, so
Yeah, UAP. Yes, thank you.
I am not looking forward to this. I don't think it's going to be great.
I am. I love
Here we go.
Spielberg. I think he's a
Stephen,
great
please
director.
retire.
I mean, he
One-
is, but
one
yeah,
thing-
he's
one thing
old.
He used to be.
One thing you can rely on with Spielberg, with anything to do with aliens.
Have you met Spielberg?
Yes, I have. because it was I was on Warhorse.
Warhorse, yeah.
And I was standing in the trenches, ready to go, and it's just tapping his shoulder, and this voice goes, "Excuse me," and I turn around, it's Spielberg, and oh, sorry, sorry, Mr. Spielberg, whatever, and I could have got fired because apparently you're supposed to call him governor.
No, only the crew.
You're the
calls him
governor, though.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
yeah,
the governor.
we were,
Yeah.
yeah, I was told that, but but the one thing with him is that he takes his subject very seriously, and you know he had serious UFO people advising on close encounters, and I think he will probably
Do a good
have
one.
some insider knowledge. Let's put it that way.
Well, originally, the Close Encounters, before he did Close Encounters, he was going to do a UFO film where a family got terrorized by aliens on a farm. So and then they changed it.
Cattle mutilation.
So yeah,
Well,
so he was.
That would be Signs, wouldn't it? That
Yeah, so he was going to do that. So
Ian,
maybe he's gone back to doing that. I don't know.
Ian, wouldn't it be good if it was actually called UFO and it was a moon base with women in silver and purple wigs? That'd be a great film, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, Spielberg has made some really awful films like that stupid West Side Story, but nobody can tell me that guy can't direct. If I watched West Side Story and I did not like it, but the way he directed those scenes were absolutely sublime. So he's a really good director.
Well, he's one of the greatest filmmakers we've ever had, and he fundamentally changed the nature of the blockbuster. But as you said, the last few movies he's made or was involved in as a producer were quite disappointing. Circa Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, Jurassic World Dominion. These are bad films.
But
I like Princess Fiona's idea.
Yeah, but again, he's an amazing director. As I said, if you just see the way he directs certain scenes, it's just pretty amazing. So
that's the name of Brown's porn.
Have you seen my
You
stash?
told me about it.
Okay. Let's move on then.
Oh God. I heard about this.
That's
He's gonna rip
Junior,
off,
isn't it?
Yeah, he's gonna rip
Spielberg.
off Back to the Future. That homage, nah, it's a rip off. Like he
According
tried to rip off Close
to
Encounters
at
before. Remember?
Daniel somebody, J.J. Abrams is in talks to direct an untitled time
makes me
travel
sick.
movie described as Back to the Future homage.
Super 8 was
You don't need one.
Timothée
Close Encounters.
Chalamet
Homage,
offered
wasn't
the
it?
lead
Run,
role.
Timothy, run!
Platoon will be happy.
By homage, does he mean he'll just copy the story made by Robert Zemeckis and make slight alterations because he still
Copying,
owns the
yeah.
rights?
Yeah.
Well, no. What he would do is he would steal from certain films of that genre,
What?
like he did with Super 8. So he stole from E.T. and he stole from different movies and Close Encounters, and that's what he did, and that's what he always does. So
Yeah.
with this one, that's what he's going to do. So it's
You
not
mean he's a
rocket science.
hack? Who knew?
Well, I didn't want to say
Super
that. word.
8 was not bad, to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't original.
He can't do
When's
Back
the
to
last-
Future because the rights to the film and its sequels were owned by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. In 2015, Zemeckis actually said that no reboot or remake of the film will be authorized during his or Bob's lifetime.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go back to
When's
making
the-
Fringe.
I was going to say, when's the last time that Abrams had an original idea? Was it like Cloverfield? Because everything he's done since Star Trek, Star Wars, it's just him working on established IPs and
Fringe.
ruining them.
Fringe was great. Well, the first 2 seasons.
Oh, actually, you're right. The television series was quite good.
Yeah.
Love Fringe.
Lost was good for the first couple seasons.
And
And
then
it lost its way, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Uh-huh.
He couldn't find a
Waka
good ending to
waka.
steal, could he?
No,
It was
and
all a dream.
No, remember, it wasn't a dream. People said, "Oh, is it purgatory or blah blah blah?" Oh no, it's not purgatory. It's not this, and it was purgatory. Stupid ending. Anyways,
Yeah.
There you go. Let's move on then.
What's this?
We had the Blighty version the other week with Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
That was
and
on stage,
Adam
wasn't it?
Black bloke.
That was
The
on
one with the
stage, wasn't it?
moustache.
I love how they're trying to make these people happen.
Okay, so we're getting the American version. Rachel Zegler and Kit Connor will star in a modern day adaptation of Romeo and Juliet on Broadway. That's autumn, everybody.
It's a bit heteronormative.
Oh, that's
It's
it.
gonna
I'm
be
cancelling
shit.
my ticket.
Weird. Sorry, Z, I
Yeah.
talked over you, mate. Sorry.
Is that
Yeah, I'm just-
I'm sorry, mate. Sorry, I didn't know you.
We're all talking over Z.
Go on.
I said, you bunch of absolute. I'm gonna
In
fucking
the
cancel my
chest.
theatre tickets now.
At least Zegler dies in it. That's positive.
Well, at least they look like how you imagine them
Yeah.
to be, unlike the British version with 2 men.
Yeah, definitely.
Zegler's too old because Juliet is like 12, I think, and Romeo's 14 or 15
Yeah.
in Shakespeare's play. And I'm also not interested in watching ungrateful, non-talented actors. So there's that.
There is that.
Yeah, likewise.
Could I just say, if I may, before people start coming after me in the comments, the views and opinions of the guests
Are entirely yours.
don't necessarily reflect my views.
Wait, so
That's
we're
not
not going
true.
off of the script that you gave us anymore?
Told us all what to say.
I've been saying what you wrote verbatim though, Brown.
That's right. Same
Shut
here.
up! Shut up!
Damn
Me
it.
too.
Just reading the script.
Shh!
Me too.
I'm so
I've
confused.
still got a page and a
Hashtag me
half
too.
of my script left.
Shh!
Kit Connor, that guy there, is he gay?
He was in that. He's a gay character in that. Whatever that thing is on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay,
Right.
Ace 2. Hello, Ace 2. I thought Romeo was 16.
Mm.
I know he was for
It's
one of the
young
movies'
love.
sake.
Yeah, young love.
Oh well,
There you go.
Moving on.
Oh, well, moving on. None of us are going to go see it, but
it's Broadway, isn't it? Unless
yeah.
you're in New York.
Okay, according to what I just found, Romeo is 16 and Juliet is 13 in the story.
God,
Wow.
I was
Romeo,
close.
Romeo.
I did say
Well
12
done,
and
mate.
15.
Well done, mate.
We should be banning this filth.
Probably pegging.
Brown
Probably,
Saturday night.
Probably, are you
folks?
pegging?
I'm pegging right now.
Are you pegging Brown?
Quentin
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Tarantino.
pegging all of you all at the same time.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Final film.
Ian, could you read this? Because I'm just going cross-eyed.
Quentin Tarantino has decided the movie critic, that's the film, will no longer be his final film, and he's dropped that idea.
Spit
He's
it
now
out, son.
back thinking about what his final film could
Star
be.
Trek, please.
And do you know what? Right?
Go on.
I like Tarantino. I think he's a very,
Me
very,
too.
very, very talented
Hashtag
director.
me
And
too.
I hope, and I know this film, the movie critic's going to be very interesting. He doesn't repeat stuff that he's done. He does original films, and I do
Really?
respect him for that. Yeah.
I'll keep it quiet then.
Kill Bill
You
2
don't
is
like
a-
him. You don't
Kill
like
Bill
him.
2 is a sequel.
Yeah, well, technically it was one movie. He just
Yeah,
split
that
it
they
in
split
two,
up
didn't
into
they?
two.
Yeah.
What about this? James Bond. Ooh.
No, he should never direct a James Bond film.
No,
He
they
wa- he
won't
wanted
let
to
him.
do-
He's American.
He wanted to do Casino Royale with
He did, yeah.
Brosnan. That'd been good.
His
Oh.
tone is not right. Spielberg should direct the James Bond film. Definitely.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
but they
the
don't
last-
like Americans like being involved to that
No,
capacity.
well,
they really don't.
No, the one who directed Tomorrow Never Dies, he was American. So
Oh,
yeah, so there you go. So they do sometimes.
well, that's odd. Yeah, because they, like I said, Stephen King's son, what's his name? Joe. I forget his last name because he doesn't
Joe
have it as
King.
King
Hill.
because his name
Joe
would be
King.
Joe King, but Joe Hill.
Joel Hill.
He offered to write for a couple of the movies or the scripts, and they said, "No, you're American. We don't
That tickled
want
me
you."
for some reason.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't go by Joe King.
Joe
He goes by
King.
Joe Hill. Yeah, that's absolutely right. He took his mom's last name. So
Well, it seems that that rule only applies when they want it to apply. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Joe Hill is actually a pretty
Bastards.
good writer. So
I'm gonna disagree there. I don't think he's very good. I think
I
he's
like him.
cashed in
Fight,
on
fight.
his dad. He wrote that film, The Black Phone. Is that what it's called? The Black Phone.
Yeah, I like the Black
And
Phone.
basically, every part of it is taken from a Stephen King story. If you look
The
at it.
Black Phone.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
the Black Phone.
I
thought
think
He
it's getting
screen.
remade.
He was a
The White Phone.
screenwriter, or
It's well, he writes books. He writes books
Mhm.
with his father, and he writes
Yeah.
stuff on TV. He done that TV series. I can't remember the name of it. About the keys.
Hmm.
What was it called? Lock and Key. That's what it was called. And that wasn't terrible. But the Black Phone definitely, which was a decent enough movie. Almost every part of it was stolen from Stephen King stories.
Here you
It
go,
is,
folks.
yeah.
Internet
It
help
is.
desk. Hello, my friend. Tarantino directed a single episode of ER back in the day. You could see the change in style in the camera shots, and
Yes,
it was
he
very
did.
impressive. Did he do Alias as well?
He did, and he
He did,
directed.
yeah.
He directed. I've got. He did. He was one of those forensic ones. He did as well. You know, the forensic TV shows,
CSI.
and all that. He
Yeah.
did one of them as well. Yeah.
I think when it comes to Tarantino, as someone that grew up working
There
at
you
a
go.
video rental, and he used to recommend movies to people based on a quick discussion with them to discern their tastes and sensibilities. He could have made a really interesting film about a movie critic, but I suspect he wants the last movie to go off with a bang. But even if he stops directing, I doubt he'll stop writing.
I know that he does a podcast on YouTube with one of his friends. I know that about movies.
Yeah.
I think that's a regular thing that he does.
I have a lot of respect for him. He's got a lot of talent, and he doesn't. I don't think he should stop. He's saying, "Oh, I should stop because you only got most directors only got 10 films in them, and it's like rubbish." You know, look at Martin Scorsese. He's still making movies. Spielberg's still
He's
making
doing
movies. You
7
know
this
what I mean?
year with
Stuff, so,
Scorsese, isn't he?
yeah, so
He's not
you know,
slowing down.
I think Tarantino should carry on, but it's up to him really. It's his call at the end of the day.
I just wonder if
Didn't-
he can't come up with a solid idea. I apologize.
Star Trek
Mm.
Master.
No, I was going to say, didn't Scorsese say that only last year or the year before he finally understood filmmaking? And he's in like his 80s, so I don't think Tarantino should stop.
No, I don't think so either. I think Tarantino, he takes other people's other ideas that was popular in the past and then makes it even more popular for today's audience. That's what he does. That's his MO. That's what he does. So you know, but with someone like Martin Scorsese, he's a true original. And the same thing with Spielberg, and the same thing with
Old school.
yeah, the old school directors are the originals. He's just basically doing his stuff off
Didn't
them, really.
Scorsese go to film school with George?
Yeah,
Lucas?
they all did.
and
Spielberg
Spielberg,
dropped out. Spielberg dropped out, but the rest of them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on then.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Disney Plus is planning to introduce channels onto its service. They will function the same as old school TV channels with different channels or different genres like Marvel and Star Wars. Yay!
But
They're
they
both
kind of
dead.
already do that because
Yeah,
they
they're
say
both
like,
dead.
which section of Disney would you like to watch? Because like I said, Verizon pays for Disney Plus and Hulu for me. So I have them both. And it's like, okay, what do you want to watch? Do you want to watch Marvel? Do you want to watch X-Men? Do you want to watch, you know, do you want to watch classic animated movies? You know, stuff like that. So
What the hell?
that's not really anything different. The only thing I can think of is maybe adding a network television show or channel to it because,
What
as you
about
guys
kids
know,
programs?
Disney is owns ABC in America. So, well,
And
they already have
Fox.
kid programs because they have the classic animated
And everything
section.
else.
So,
Why
But
would
they-
they introduce channels? Like that whole mode of entertainment is antiquated. It's dead. The whole point of streaming, as you said, Remy, is to pick what you want to watch when you want it. And
Yeah.
beyond Star Wars, Marvel, and I guess they're Fox IPs. They don't have enough diversity of content to be able to have multiple channels. It won't work.
They need
Yeah.
more diversity. Okay.
Need something.
It'll be on the main screen. So, how is this a news item? Disney has discovered indexing and folders, and apparently
Yes.
this is a big technological leap.
And video games as well.
I don't get it.
In the chat, it's Disney. So I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, on moral grounds, I will not watch anything that Disney's coughing up. So there you go.
I'll watch it, but I won't pay to watch it.
Ooh, going to India, are you?
Ooh.
Isn't
I've
Shogun
taken it already.
technically?
Yes.
Isn't
Yes.
Shogun's technically produced by Disney, right? Like it's under
Yes,
the
because-
FX.
Yes.
Mhm. It's under the Fox FX umbrella, which is
Yes.
Disney.
Okay. India is pretty nice at this time of year. Let's move on.
Don't eat the food.
Okay. Sony Pictures is reportedly in talks to buy Paramount.
Bought everything else, haven't they? Sony?
Yeah, well, they might as well. Paramount Plus sucks. So just saying, if you guys watch their streaming
I've
service,
got
they
Paramount
suck.
Plus.
It's very glitchy for me,
It
man. I
is,
hate
it
it.
is.
Oh,
Well,
I
it's
hate
yeah,
it.
it is. But it's got all the Star Trek films on there, so that's
Yes.
you know, if I want to watch a
Yeah.
Star Trek film, rather than take out my Blu-ray, sometimes I'm lazy. I just go to the Paramount Plus.
Woke on woke.
But surely
I
Paramount
know.
on high with all these excellent Star Trek programs,
Mhm.
blockbusting Mission Impossible movies. They must be
Mm.
rolling in cash.
Yeah.
I have a soft, as I've said many times, I have a soft spot for Paramount,
Mm.
but they've just.
It's such a shame, right?
It's a
Because
shame what they've gone. The
because
path
the
they've gone
Indiana
down.
Jones films was
Yeah.
distributed by Paramount. They used to
Star
have that
Trek as well. All that.
you know, the wonderful. They used to have the mountain in the beginning of the film, didn't they? Always, and now they
And
can't do it.
Transformers.
Yeah.
First few Marvel films as well were on Paramount.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Such a shame they lost them.
Yeah.
And they've got. Here you go. Tulsa King as well. Sorry, mate. Here we go. Yeah.
Mm.
That's true. I'm not a fan of Paramount, but I feel like the last thing we need is another media behemoth swallowing the competition and the sixth
Nice.
oldest film studio. Like corporate oligarchies are going to ruin filmmaking.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I mean,
That's a big word.
who didn't get excited by you hear the sound of the music from Star Trek and you see those stars go up and you know
Yeah.
it's going to be a Star Trek movie and it's going to be cool. Yeah, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my gosh, that's my husband in a nutshell when we watch those together. He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, it's cute." Sorry, it's really cute.
Here you go. Shooting from the hip. Sword in the storm. Fuck them all.
Indeed.
Do it.
Okay,
Like
let's
a
move on then.
Warner Brothers broke my heart.
Again, another company that I've got a soft spot for. All the best films in the 70s and 80s. After Warner Bros. Took various cost-cutting measures, including turning movies into tax write-offs and refused to pay actors and writers for months, David Zaslav,
Yeah.
2023 pay package is now at, I might as well just say $50 million, a 26.5% increase from 2022.
You see,
what is
at
this
the-
guy doing?
Well, at the end of the day, they don't care about producing films. That's all they care about is their pay pack.
Yeah.
And no matter what they say, that's all they care about. Seriously, these people. I mean, look at him. He doesn't
These
look like
days.
someone who gets his ass in the cinema and sits down and eat popcorn, does he?
Correct.
He looks
He
like
looks like a South Park character, doesn't he?
You know what I mean? You can
He
always
looks like
spot
a
them, can't
politician.
you? Yeah, he does.
He looks
You can
like
always
he's
spot
running
them.
for office.
Yeah, you can always spot them. He doesn't look like a film goer or film, maker or film. Do you know what I mean? Connoisseur at all. He's a rich guy. What does he care? As long as he
$1
gets his pay
million
packet.
a week. What is he doing?
Nothing.
Getting blown in the office.
I'll do it for half.
Warner Brothers. I remember the days of having VHS and Betamax tapes and stuff. And
Good old
they always
days.
used to have the pamphlets that came with when
Yeah.
you brought a tape, and it always used to have Warner Brothers, and you used to see all the films that are coming next on
Yep.
VHS, and I just thought it was great, but they broke my heart, Warner Brothers, because all they've been doing is producing crap so far. So,
Zaslav is on Twitter,
is he good? Good for him.
but his account hasn't done anything for a long time.
Because he
And it is
doesn't
the-
care.
It is
bit
the
like mine.
genuine Zaslav as well.
He's got a huge house. He's got, wife with fake tits. He's got kids. Do you know what I mean? It's the cliche, isn't it?
Are you
Okay.
presuming
Okay.
his sexuality there, Ian? How dare you?
You can see he doesn't really care, or he needs someone to be a film connoisseur to tell him where to go. But it's honestly, I just
There you go. Internet help desk. There you go.
Mm.
That's $95 a minute.
Ugh, that makes
I-
you sick.
I would get $500 for a boo.
Yeah, I'd get $6,000.
I'd want $1,000 nipping one off. Yeah.
Mm.
At least
Poo
you enjoyed it.
harder.
Poo longer.
Right, Mega Geek.
Mm.
I have a question.
Oh, no.
What's wrong with fake tits?
I didn't say there was
He
anything
didn't
wrong
say
with it.
anything wrong.
I said I assume he has a wife with fake tits. That's what I
They
said.
leak.
Because he can afford to
They
pay for
explode
them
in
to.
planes.
Yeah,
Yeah, pay for the decent ones and not the square ones.
Okay.
that's right.
The Witcher will end with season 5 on Netflix. Season 4 has begun filming with Liam Hemsworth,
Who cares?
Dollar Store Cavill as
Like-
Geralt.
As cute as Liam Hemsworth is, because he really is better looking than his brother Chris, but like, I just don't think that he will encompass Geralt as the Witcher properly.
Geralt.
Like, he's a really tough dude. And I just don't see that as being Liam Hemsworth. He's more of a beta. Sorry, not sorry. And how are you going to explain that Geralt went from looking like this big beefy dude to Liam Hemsworth? I would like to know.
Badly. True.
Facelift went wrong.
Yeah.
Shape shifting, maybe, but still, that's not a good explanation.
Mm.
Is it
This
still
tweet
watching
is
it? Sorry, I killed it there.
Hello.
no. Go on,
Go on,
Brown.
Master. You were saying.
It's your show.
Go on. Guess.
No,
what
I
was
said
the
this
comment.
tweet is fake news because The Witcher actually ended after season 1.
I saw what you did there. Mic drop, everybody. Okay. Does anybody care? We don't, do we?
No,
No,
I won't be
no.
watching.
No, let's just move on.
I watched the first 2 seasons and gave up because before season
Oh,
3
dear.
came out, they announced they were replacing Cavill, so I didn't bother
That's
watching
it.
anymore.
Okay, let's move on because we've got loads of slides to get through. Let's move on. Okay. Noah Hawley's Alien series takes place 30 years before the events of the original Alien movie.
Don't care. Don't care.
Okay.
I just don't care.
Yes, no?
Whatever.
Yeah.
So this
Eh.
isn't the film by Fede Alvarez. This is
No,
like
it's
an
not.
actual television show.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is it? Is it animated or what? I don't think I've heard of this.
No, it's live action. They did a teaser for it a few weeks back. It didn't look too bad, but
No,
I'm
wasn't
not
that the
holding up
other
any
one? Wasn't that
hopes.
the teaser that came out? Wasn't that for the other one, the Alvarez
film.
one?
No, I thought it was for this one.
You see, they're confusing us.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, I wish they didn't say that it was set 30 years before the original film because that's a huge spoiler.
Yeah,
It could have just
it's
surprised
stupid,
us
isn't it?
as the show
Yeah.
unraveled.
Breaks canon. Breaks
Yeah.
canon.
It does. I mean, Ridley Scott broke his own canon, but you know,
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
you
he
go.
did. He did.
Here you go. Punchable face. Hello, my friend. Alien. April 20. Sorry. Alien 26th is April Day.
Yeah, can we have Alien in proper 4K? Was it Alien? No, Aliens, wasn't it? They
Yeah,
haven't released
Aliens.
a decent 4K version.
Well, he's got a 4K version, but he's mucked around with it apparently.
Yeah, but
according to a lot
the
of people.
The
Yeah.
colorization or something. It's
Yeah,
Took out the
True Lies
grain.
is a bit shit as well.
Yeah.
Pal.
He took the grain out as well.
See, I
didn't
like
he?
the grainy look in these old films.
Yeah, I
think
love the grainy.
the grainy look added to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this is
okay.
separate to the Alien Romulus film, then.
I don't know. It's game over, mate. It's game over. So
Game
that's all
over,
I'd say.
man. Game over, man.
No, I say we take off a nuclear entire circle.
Definitely.
Agreed.
It's fun that way.
Yeah.
Mr. H, who's a massive
Fan.
Alien fan,
Yeah.
says this proves that Wayland, was it Bataan? What's his name?
Yeah. Wayland Patani.
Knew about the alien in the first movie.
Kind of spoils it, kind of really, doesn't it? Breaks
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh God.
The new The Office. What?
The new
Okay.
The Office.
The Office. What? That's bad English.
The new
The Off-
version of The Office?
Yes, thank you. Will star Domhnall Gleeson and Sabrina. What?
Impacciatore.
Impacciatore.
Wow. Co-created by the Office creator Greg Daniels and set in the same universe, same office
Yeah.
as the original series, but not a reboot.
Okay, but if
Wow.
that's the original series, why is there a picture of Michael Scott instead of David? Because the original series was the British Office, right?
Correct. And Greg Daniels was the creator of the American show. So this will just
Okay.
be another Office set in the US. I don't think it's going to
Gotcha.
work widhout Steve Carell.
No.
Because you even saw in that show when Michael Scott left, the show fell off drastically.
The ratings
They did-
dropped. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do.
But then
Michael
he meet
Scott was the heart of the show.
in the episode. In one episode, didn't he meet the Ricky Gervais character?
He did. That
Yes.
was brilliant. It was only
It
for
was
like 20
great.
seconds.
Yeah.
They became best friends in the elevator.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, David and Michael. So cool.
Met a nice man in the elevator. That sounds shitty.
Yeah.
That-
General Hooks, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Domhnall Gleeson. It's actually pronounced Donald, like Donald without the D.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Has he got a
Brendan
famous
Gleeson's
dad?
son. Yeah,
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Brendan
Jesus.
Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson's son.
hmm
I
Okay,
never
move
watched The
along.
Office. Okay, I never watched it.
Moving on.
Okay,
He was one
Everybody
of the
excited?
Weasley brothers as well, wasn't he? In the Harry Potter films, he was one of the Weasleys.
No. Well, yeah, he was. He was Bill Weasley. You're right.
anybody
Save that for
excited?
your
Yes,
quiz.
no, yes, no. Let's move on. Okay.
Oh,
Yay!
Fantastic.
Hashtag Fallout has been officially renewed for S2 at Amazon.
You mean-
please don't let the second season be woke. Please, 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 please. That's
I
what
thought the first episode was pretty well. I was out of the first episode. I couldn't
No, well, no, it got better. Seriously, it's a really good show. It's a really good season.
So
You should-
you're saying it gets better, and everyone else is saying it gets
no,
worse.
Take it from me, Lee. Seriously, it's a really good show. The first episode pretended to be woke, but then when she took the journey, it was obvious that she was totally out of her depth. So
Yeah,
it's a
folks.
really good show.
Amelia Bedelia. I'm Team Mauler. Ooh.
Yeah, he didn't like it, did he?
Mauler was on one on
Honestly, it's
Thursday.
really good. It's really good. Really entertaining.
I didn't like the first. I mean, I like elements of it, but I just couldn't get into it at all. There were too many
Having
things
Your call.
distracting me.
having played the games, I'm sort of glad it's been renewed, I guess. And the show was fun in parts, but it had a lot of problems. It got some things right from an aesthetic, setting, and design standpoint, but the story was broken, especially towards the end, and does away with much of the lore from the games.
I never played the game, but I enjoyed the series. I thought the series was
Same,
well worth my
yeah.
time.
I
mean,
was
it's
talking
not without
to-
its flaws. It's got great
That's right.
plot contrivances and convenience in it, but
Mm.
I still found myself enjoying it.
Same here. Same here.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister today, my younger sister, and I haven't made it past the second episode yet. She's about episode 5, I think she said.
Right.
And she was saying she can't figure out why other people can't figure out that Bubba Gump there is the bad guy. She said it's clear he's evil. He's evil.
Here you go, folks. Alex Ashkan, hello, my friend. Yep, Friday Night Tights thrashed the show, and rightfully so.
No, well,
Well, Tim
Friday Night
didn't like it
Tights.
either, did
But the Friday Night Tights is not the be all and end all in entertainment. I mean, you know, they've got their opinions and I've got mine. You know, you just got to watch the show to actually make your own,
Yeah.
come up with your
Yeah.
own conclusion. You know, don't
Here you
listen
go.
to them.
In the chat, Ian likes butter. Ian likes Fallout. Be aware.
But you know
We'll
what?
never
fired.
forget that you liked
No, but hold on.
recommended berries.
Hold on.
First
But-
two seasons were brilliant
Yes.
TV.
Yes, but in my
You know,
defense,
Ian,
in my defense, the first 3 seasons, as far as I was concerned, was really good. But the last season, because the last season was awful, yeah, I got to agree. But you can't fault the first 2 seasons. Seriously,
I didn't
Yeah.
think they were
good.
that great. They were
I can agree with
tolerable,
that.
they were
but
funny
not
as
great.
hell.
I thought the first
Lee,
2
you should
seasons
get
were
in the
very
bin
good,
and set it on fire.
but
Wow!
season 3 really
Passable.
wasn't very good, and I didn't watch 4.
Passable, just.
Yeah, it's true.
They should just wrote it all in one big lump and it'd have been better, but never mind. Okay.
Brown, here's a question for you. Walton Goggins there in Fallout, doesn't it remind you of Peter Weller? How he talks?
Yes.
Like older Peter Weller when his voice
Dr.
got good.
Peter Weller, by the way.
Is he a doctor?
Yeah, Dr.
He
Peter.
is.
Address him as Dr. Peter Weller.
Oh, right.
Dr. Weller.
What's he a doctor of?
Doctor
He's a gynecologist.
Part-time, obviously, just to keep his hands in.
Well, I'm a guy. I could be an ecologist.
Apparently, Weller has a doctorate in Italian Renaissance art history and Roman history from the University
wow.
of California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Wow.
interesting.
And he got that in 2014, so well into his years.
Fantastic.
Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah.
True. Coppery.
You better agree with him, or there will be trouble.
Peter Weller. Dr. Peter Weller.
He'll bust a
amazing.
cap.
Exactly.
Let's move on then.
Yeah, we didn't move far.
Well, it's a side,
It's a side step.
same universe, or is it? Sales of Fallout 4 have risen by more than 7,500.
And let's be honest. This is the reason-
Talking
I don't care. You talked over me. I don't give a shit.
since the.
It's clear that they made this TV show just to sell more of the games. It's
Did
that-
they?
Yeah, of course they
It's
did.
fair. They're allowed to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
But it already made quite a bit of money. It shipped 12 million units to retailers and generated
Oh, no, that's-
750 million within the first 24 hours of its launch.
Well, no, they shipped even more.
Which is the best Fallout game then? Anyone
oh,
know?
Mm.
That's a hard one.
New Vegas is the common answer.
Yeah, it's between New Vegas and 3 for me. Fallout 4 looks better, but I much prefer the other two.
Okay.
Well, I don't
Should we
play
just-
computer games, so I
You play
wouldn't know.
Pong, don't you?
I play Pong.
Sorry, folks.
what I play.
My chat was going a little bit funny then. Here you go. Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
New Vegas.
Is that where they were heading at the ending of the
Yeah,
the
Vegas,
eighth
yeah.
episode?
That's correct,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Chat question then. Which is the best Fallout game on Xbox 360? Because I've got a 360. I didn't buy any of the new consoles. I kind of checked out after the 360.
What one's 360? Is that the second one?
It's the it is. Yeah, it's the one with the Ring of Death, isn't it?
So
It
Mhm.
still
F.
works?
I don't know. It's been in a cupboard for 12 years.
Super game.
It's probably all rusted.
I think I bought. I literally had just bought Halo Reach, and then I never turned it on again. Halo Reach is unopened. By the way,
Do
Fallout
you guys
3.
realize that they've got the making of Rebel Moon on Netflix?
Are you
I
serious?
just thought I'd
Nobody
mention
cares.
that.
Nobody
Yeah, I just thought I'd
cares.
mention
Anybody
that.
want to watch it?
Yeah, he went to the toilet and then shat it out at the end.
So,
I think I'm
just
going
wanted-
to. I'm a cheapskate. I'm going to see if I can get a cheap second-hand copy of New Vegas
Mm,
and Fallout 3.
right.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's the best way.
so if you never see me again, I'm playing video games, folks. Okay, let's move
Oh,
on.
that's a shame.
Move along.
Shut
move
up,
along.
you. Speaking of video games, Script Trooper said,
Jesus.
"Rock hard,
God.
no." Star Wars Outlaws Ultimate Edition pre-order. $200.
Get in the bin.
What's
No
that for? Is that a
thanks.
computer
A
game?
video game.
Yeah.
Ah,
A
okay.
bit-
Is that the new game where the main female character looks like Matt Damon in Team America?
Yes.
Matt
Yeah, that's gonna
Damon.
fail.
Matt
my
Damon.
God.
Hard pass.
So
Matt Damon.
Who's it for?
Matt
rich
Damon.
fuckers.
It's
Yeah.
for Matt Damon.
You put
Matt
rich because
Damon.
they're rich because I don't spend $199.95 on games. Doesn't make sense to me.
It's for Matt Damon.
Matt
$200
Damon.
for a game.
Matt
Crazy.
Damon.
That's like
Matt
half a console.
Damon.
Damon.
For those of you guys that watch Family Guy, sorry.
Come on then, move along.
Yeah. Next.
Oh, next, please.
So I just checked eBay. You can get New Vegas on 360.
Ooh.
Can you get it for about £3 because I'm a tight bastard?
You can get it for a tenner.
Is that with postage?
Yeah.
Including postage, yes.
Do
Okay,
you have a
let's-
decent enough PC, Mr. Brown?
Of course he
I'm-
doesn't.
I'm Mac.
Okay.
No.
Can't help you there, my friend.
You're the Mac daddy.
I need a television as well, to be fair, but let's move on. Okay.
What is this?
Would you like to read it in?
What is it? Andor creator Tony Gilroy says the show is the most important work he's ever done. I've had a lot of fun over the years, but I don't know whether I've ever done anything as important as the 24 hours of storytelling we're doing now. Is he talking about Andor? Is he talking about Andor?
Mhm.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Andor was shit.
Important.
I'm sorry.
Important.
What?
Yeah. If
How
that's the
did it
most
get-
important thing you've ever done, then your life is really pathetic.
Welcome
my
to the
goodness.
Mr. Brown Alliance channel. Cheers,
It was
mate.
absolute shit. Sorry.
Did you not like it, Ian?
It was
Unless
rubbish. It was rubbish because it was boring and slow, right? If
How
you can't capture me on the first 3
Go-
episodes, get lost. That's
Yeah, and
what
Ian watches EastEnders, so he knows.
Talking Master, you have my permission to lay into it. Go on.
No, not at all. I just wanted to know
Go
how
on.
far you got into the series.
I gave it a
Credits.
chance, but I almost fell asleep during one of the episodes, so it was just slow and boring.
Give it a go, because honestly, I think it's one of the most well thought out, written, shot, and directed pieces of Star Wars content since the original series. Like
Wow.
you can tell that Gilroy is not only passionate but like deeply committed to doing the best he can. There's no woke politics, just damn good
And
storytelling.
it never occurred to him to actually make it faster in the first 3 episodes. I'm sorry, but it doesn't hold water. It's bollocks.
right.
I am
I'll be-
not
I'll be
going
the
to
middleman
put
here.
myself through it. Sorry.
Melvin will
I-
be the middleman broker. Go on, Melvin.
I thought it was very well made, but I thought it was boring as fuck.
There you
It
go.
needed some action. It needed action. It just desperately needed it, and it never gave us any, except for a really anticlimactic finale.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
go
ag-
on.
However, I was reading a couple of days ago, and it turns out that it's only going to be 2 seasons.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
hopefully, they'll put some action in the second season.
If I may, you go in the chat. Ian hated Andor. Ian hated 2001: Space Odyssey.
And
The
can you
two are
not-
not the
aware?
same.
And can you not
Yeah,
see the
they're not
can you
the
not see
same.
the connection between them both? They were both boring. What is
Yeah.
wrong with you people?
I didn't like 2001.
your
I love
nemesis?
2001.
Probably.
Well, I thought
Now
He's
Andor was
everybody's
boring on the
nemesis.
first watch, but then I
What's
watched it again in 3 episode chunks, and I thought it was a lot better.
Wow.
I-
Why would you have to do that? That's the question.
Well, because to see if I'm wrong,
But
and I
look,
was.
No, look.
Wow.
No, you're not right. You're wrong.
I don't care. I thought it was boring, and I'm not going to sit through something. Because
was
people
boring.
say It's
Yeah.
boring.
You know, Amelia Bedelia, I am Team Andor.
Well, good for you. That's all I can say.
Go, girl.
Good for you.
Just go to
Good
India, but don't give Disney.
Look, no disrespect to people that like it. I
Well,
don't
you're all
care if
wrong.
you like it. That's great if you like it, but
You're all
I
wrong,
just thought
everybody.
it was slow and boring. What can I say?
Everybody has the right to their opinion. You
That's
don't like
right.
it, you don't like
That's
it. I
right.
won't watch Disney Star Wars, period. So
Yeah,
more power
I'm
to
with you.
everyone else who
You know,
does.
I've been burgled, which is never nice. F you wrong. Yeah.
Well, you know what, right? I liked Barry, so don't listen to me. Do
Yeah,
you know
F
what I
you,
mean?
Ian.
So,
Okay,
That's
let's
right.
move on.
Barry
don't
was
listen
great.
to me. Yeah.
You could
Oh,
argue
24/7.
about Andor that it
Mm.
was better written than most of Star Wars since
That's
the
not hard.
originals. You could argue that, but the bar is not high there.
Yeah,
No.
that's not hard.
Okay, the Fantastic Four will feature both a female and male Silver Surfer. The
Was
film
this
will
after the
also
backlash?
talking.
I don't care.
The film will also be shot entirely in IMAX.
Who cares?
I wonder if they heard all the clapback on social
Move
media
along.
about it, because
I
there
just read that.
was the main Silver Surfer was male, but I believe there was a female Silver Surfer in the
Oh,
comics as well, but not as
relative.
big.
Yeah,
So
about
Yeah,
4
so-
issues.
yeah,
in the
so,
comics. Oh, sorry, Remy.
No, you're fine. Go right ahead.
Yeah, so in the comics, Shalabal was the love interest of the original Silver Surfer, Norrin Rad.
Timothy Chalamet is in it?
Oh no, you didn't.
Potentially. Yeah, so she is in the original comics. I think Silver Surfer issue number 1 in 1968. But she's also had multiple variations of that character throughout time. But she was never really that popular.
No.
Look, if they don't make this a boys' own thing, which Fantastic Four
It's
is,
got Pedro in
then
it.
we're all in trouble. That's all I can say. It's going to be shit.
Well, and the thing
Relax.
is, didn't the second Fantastic Four movie have the Silver Surfer and it was just
It did,
shit?
yeah.
The one with
it
Jessica
did.
Alba.
Yeah.
So
Let's make
Yeah,
a
it was-
prediction. Let's make a
they-
prediction, right?
They couldn't
Johnny
afford
Storm's going to be gay,
Galactus.
right? Ben
Oh,
Grimm is
no.
going to be demasculated. Pedro Pascal, whatever his name is going to follow his wife,
And being
Sue
suffered.
Storm, and Sue Storm's going to be the brains. There you go. That's the prediction.
Okay, on that, let's move on.
That's funny.
This literally just dropped 40 minutes before we came on. New poster for Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters, July 26.
I'm sorry, but I'm still totally excited for this movie. I'm a diehard Deadpool and Wolverine fan, so
But you
Same
said
here.
you won't watch anything Disney.
I didn't say that. That was you guys that said that. I said I don't typically
Sheer
watch
double
current Disney
standards,
stuff.
Rennie. Sheer double
Absolutely.
fucking standards
I
on
didn't
your
say
behalf.
that. You guys don't speak for me.
Rennie, episode 1525. You said it.
Go ahead and prove it. I'd like. I
Paragraph.
dare
Pull
you.
it up right now.
Because I did
Yeah.
say something to the effect where modern Disney entertainment sucks, but you cannot forget the classics that made Disney a great company. So,
Are you
but
backtracking now?
no, I'm not backtracking. I have nothing to hide. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I love the fact that Hugh Jackman's in it, that Ryan Reynolds hopefully has some control in there. And if he does, like he did with the first 2 movies, hopefully the Deadpool character will stay true to form. So
Well,
that's my hope
Kevin
for it.
Feige did say it was one of the best films he's ever seen. So that means it's going to be shit.
Shit, everybody.
You know what though? Kevin Feige actually used to be halfway decent.
Yeah.
You know, he used to pump out
What?
some good movies. You know,
Well, according
So
to
we'll see.
there's a novel that's come out, isn't it? The behind the scenes of Marvel and how Marvel got to this point. And according to the book, because I haven't read it, my friend told me Kevin Feige wasn't the guy that actually pushed everything where Marvel got to a point where they were gigantic. It was somebody else, and he's solely forgotten. Everybody, thinks
Yeah.
it's Feige.
So the book is called The Reign of Marvel Studios, and it's a pretty chunky read. But you're right, like Kevin Feige, it was him and a team of I think 2 or 3 other producers that would brainstorm with him, but he took pretty much all the credit.
yeah. So there you go.
On screen, folks, Melvin's put Master Nyats.
Thank you so much, Melvin. Appreciate it.
We need
I'll
to get
send
him
you
up
the
to the
bill.
magic.
Melvin, what are you doing?
Yes.
how are
okay.
you able to be 2 places at once?
Exactly. Amazing.
I would like to point out Sword in the Storm did quote me as saying that I said I won't watch Disney Star Wars, which I did indeed say several times, including just
Oh,
a few
good for
minutes
you.
ago.
Okay.
In
So
the
fuck
bin,
off.
Rennie. In the
I
bin.
am
In the bin.
I'll
I-
join Lee in the bin and I'll set it on fire.
I am thinking if this is actually good, they might have a chance to save Marvel, but
I've got a bag for you,
I-
Rennie, and it's
I
full of
doubt it.
dicks. So there you go.
I
okay.
must
In
have
order-
fire.
Yeah,
I'll leave
in
it
order to
right there.
create, sometimes one must destroy. I don't know if you guys have read the comic
Ooh,
Deadpool
nice.
Destroys the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
I'm clinging to the hope that
Yes.
Deadpool will just destroy the MCU. So fingers
That's what
crossed.
I'm hoping for, to be honest. I'm like, is this going to be like this? And I don't want to jinx myself, but that's exactly where my mind went.
He needs to nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure, isn't it, really?
Read the
Agreed.
comic, you'll know what happens.
Okay, let's move on then. Oh, anybody see the
Transformers.
trailer for Transformers 1 this week?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
I heard it
awful.
was so dumb.
Thoughts? Anyone?
Who's directing this one then?
Who cares? It's rubbish.
Okay.
I just have to say, for my birthday, my lodger bought me the original Transformers movie on Blu-ray.
Well, good for
Oh,
you.
nice.
I had a blast watching that earlier today.
Did that had Leonard
like it.
Nimoy on it, didn't it?
Yes, and Orson
There you
Welles.
go.
No, the original did not. I believe it was The Fallen is where Nimoy was in.
No,
No, the
Nimoy
cartoon.
was
Oh,
in
you're talking about the
movie.
cartoon. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Call yourself a fan.
That's a good one.
Jesus.
Well, you didn't specify. I was thinking Michael Bay. since we're
original.
looking at the
We
newer
were
ones.
talking, you just misheard, cloth-eared.
Eat all the
Oh, I've
dicks.
started a war.
Okay.
The-
so did
the
anybody
trailer
see the
for-
tra-
Yeah, the trailer
Last
for
one.
Transformers 1 had me wishing for the good old days with Michael Bay. Like, the Transformers
So
here
good.
look like they were designed by
Funny
AI.
and brave.
They
The
look
trailer's
terrible on the
embarrassing.
poster.
So we got like a teenage Optimus Prime and a teenage Megatron and their pals, and it's yeah.
And they have different names too. I think Megatron is
Yeah.
called like D16.
D16, yeah.
Yeah.
It's for kids, isn't it? This one's really for the young, like 6-year-olds and stuff like that.
So I
isn't
wonder
it?
what messaging they're going to put in that.
Transformers for kids.
You know what I
Nice.
mean? Really young kids, not
Yeah,
not
but just-
not teenagers or young men.
Transformers.
You know,
But just
so-
because something's made for kids doesn't mean it has to be bad. Like,
Yeah.
I miss the 90s where they used to make children's films that were
yeah,
I
that
miss
could be
the
enjoyed
90s.
by parents, you know?
Mm.
yeah, but the
Probably-
CGI looks terrible in this. It really does. It looks
Robbie
like
and I missed the 90s. Don't
TV
we,
Oh, we do.
don't
TV
remember
show
much of it.
effects. That's what it looks like.
Bring back the
Okay.
90s. We'll have a renaissance.
Chris Hemsworth is voicing. Okay, let's move on.
Speaking
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
See what I did there.
done.
4-5. 4-5?
yeah.
5-4.
5.
It would be a multiversal film.
Oh god.
Oh, another one.
They want a serious and epic tone.
Well, you
to
can't have
this.
serious and epic tone with multiverses. It's too silly.
It will be the end of the solo movies. Four movies. Enchantress would be one of the protagonists. We will see multiple Asgards. Hercules is going to be a big motherfucker.
You know, if I would be actually kind of excited for some of this if it wasn't for the way that the MCU had gone the last few years.
Yeah.
But also, they'd have to nix the multiverse. Like, you've done too many multiverse movies. We don't give a fuck, or multiverse shows, whatever. We don't give a fuck about the multiverse anymore. It's played out. Stop.
But he said that he will not star in the next Thor movie unless the script is tight and good. Because I get the feeling that he wasn't happy with the last one. In fact, none of us were happy with the last one.
Well,
Not seen it.
The
So,
Fat Thor from Endgame was a joke.
yeah, it was.
Didn't like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand the stakes when you're dealing with the multiverse because it encompasses an infinite form of realities, and
Absolutely.
I just think they need to keep Taika Waititi away from this because all he does is take the
Mhm.
piss. And it would be nice to see Chris Hemsworth leave honorably instead of cold, naked, ashamed, lying naked on the floor as he was in Thor:
Absolutely.
Love and Thunder.
Is that
Ever
a song? That's a song.
It is.
Ever
It is.
since like
Sure.
Natalie
Ragnarok,
Imbruglia.
Indeed.
like ever since Ragnarok,
Very good.
YTT has been shitting on Thor's character. I hated Ragnarok. He made Thor campy and a joke in his own movie. I hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Sorry, moving on.
I think you hated it.
Pretty much, if you can
Okay.
believe it.
Did you hate it, Rennie?
I
I like
hated it with
Ragnarok.
every bit of my being.
Was it
Do you
shit?
remember the original Avengers film when Thor is talking to I think it's Agent Coleman, and they're on the
Coulson.
Agent Coulson, and he's describing one of the creatures that they had to fight in Asgard, and it's cold, brutish, it destroys everything. Jump cut to the first scene in Thor: Love and Thunder, and Thor's destroying this immaculate palace that's worshipped by the citizens of one planet. It's just, he's fallen so far.
Yeah.
What a load of old
Mine-
rubbish.
Furiosa,
Wow,
which is
not seeing this film.
also
Not going to
it's
see
not out
this.
yet.
I don't
Hemsworth
care.
is in it. Apparently,
don't
it's supposed to be pretty good.
Well, it's just
Okay,
Mad
let's
Max.
move on then.
It's just Mad Max with a different name, isn't it?
It
No,
includes a
Mad Max without
15
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Includes a 15-minute action sequence that took 78 days to shoot, with almost 200 stunt people working on it every day. It's the longest sequence any of us have ever shot.
Yeah, I watched a long fight sequence in John Wick 4 and it was too long. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can just be, oh God,
That's
get
true.
on, finish,
That is
end
Yeah.
it, stop, please.
Yeah,
Story
it's
now.
it can
No
get to the point where
more.
it's like, when is this going to end? Okay, it was really cool the first 5 minutes, but now
Yeah.
it's just not stopping. So yeah, I can understand that.
The thing is, though, they should have done Old Man Mad Max, and they should have brought Mel
Gibson
Gibson
would do
back.
it.
In my
Yeah.
opinion,
Why not?
Agreed.
instead of doing this nonsense, really. Oh well,
mean,
never mind.
If it wasn't Mad Max, it would look maybe semi-intriguing, because I did see the trailer for it at the theater a couple months back. And I'm like, if it wasn't a Mad Max movie without Mad Max, I would consider Mad Max movie. I was
Well, it's
thinking
just-
show, but it's movie.
Just Girl Boss, isn't it?
I would think about it, but like, no, you had to use the name just to get, everyone in, and then you couldn't do something of your own. So I don't know, not interested.
Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy is a great actress. She does look a little bit like an alien, but why haven't we gotten a standalone Mad Max film in decades? Like Tom Hardy was a side character in his own movie.
Yeah.
throughout
Well,
Fury
that's
Road.
We wish it.
Can't
That
they
was
just
supposed to
call
be
it-
the first of a couple different films, right?
Can't they just call it Burning Man in Australia, the movie?
True.
Bro.
In the chats, Old Max Beyond the Zimmer Dome.
No, but the
Sorry
thing
to
is,
that.
though, the thing is, though, I think you have to bring Mel back for a Mad Max film. You have to just to end this, to end it, because the last one we saw him in was Thunder. Was it Thunderdome?
Thunderdome.
And
Beyond
that,
Thunderdome.
and that wasn't very good. So they should bring him back and do
Could
a
have had
really
Tina Turner.
good.
I was going
Yeah,
to say, it
we
was actually
don't
pretty
need
cool
it.
to me.
The hero.
Well, it did. It was slaughtered by the critics, and also it took less than the last film. So,
But I was a
um,
huge
yeah.
Tina Turner fan when I was a little girl.
Yeah.
So
She was good in
There you
it.
go.
She was
We
good.
don't need another hero. We
Just
don't need
bring
to
him
know
back.
the way home.
Bring him back
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on then.
before he drops dead.
Okay, anybody see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What
a
happened?
lunatic.
Oh,
What happened?
Absolute, absolute clown.
Somebody explain.
Master, could you explain, please?
Oh, yes, certainly. So this woman attended like a local council meeting where they were trying to introduce some sort of like ceasefire resolution for the Israeli-Palestine conflict. And she decided it would be a smart idea to threaten the mayor and everybody in front of her,
Bakersfield.
saying that she was going to
Is
kill
that
them.
California, Bakersfield, California.
that
was
is a
gonna
city in
kill them.
California.
It is
She was-
indeed, yeah.
Well, hold on. So she threatened everyone and said she was going to kill them. That's not a very nice.
No, she
thing.
said she was going to go
Multiple
to their
times.
homes and murder them.
Wow.
She actually
The-
used the word murder. Yeah.
And she
It's
was
all on-
surprised that she got arrested, like right after.
She had
would
that,
have thought.
you know, that Californian swagger when she was saying it.
Yeah.
You know,
Why
that
would
Valley
she say
Girl
that?
swagger. 'Cause she's
Is she that stupid?
Yes, she
Yeah.
is.
No, it's like people like her are so blinded by activism and warped by self-righteousness that they think
Yeah.
the rules don't apply to them.
That's it. That's so true. Well said.
So they got arrested. She's facing, is it 16 or 18,
18.
felony offences
Wow.
of making terrorist threats, $1 million bail. I think she's 28. Riddhi
Wow, what a
Patel. It's all over YouTube, folks.
What a stupid thing to do. God, what is wrong with her?
I don't think she should go. Look, you know, I am very much pro-Israel in this, but I will say she's stupid. I think she needs a bit of counselling. I don't think she's well, and I think that she could do better than going to jail for a very long time for something that is clearly nothing she intends to do. I know it's in this day and age, threats like that are taken very seriously, and quite rightly so. But I don't think. I mean, look at her. Who's she gonna? I mean, she's gonna kill herself by overeating more than anything. You know? But I think she just needs a bit of help. Quite honestly, you know. And I'm quite a hardliner on this. But
There
I
you go,
still
Amelia
don't think
Bedelia.
she's mad.
She's got woke armor.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I blame
Yeah,
the parents. That's just me,
I-
though.
I agree the sentence might be a bit harsh and the $1 million bail is a lot, but it's not about the money. It's about sending a message that this is inappropriate.
That's true. That is true.
Absolutely,
Very
yeah.
true. Mm. Oh, well, never mind. Move along. Move along.
Hi, Felicia.
Nasty. Okay. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
not touching that.
With a badge poured.
with a bag of dicks.
Somebody dropped this today for the Doctor Who fans. A graphic. We always enjoy graphics.
Twerking horse. That should be a twerking horse.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
God,
I'm
It's dead.
surprised somebody hasn't drawn a massive cock on it and written Torchwood.
You know, Torchwood was actually not bad.
You see that
Okay,
that
sounds fun.
video
I
of him
enjoyed it.
dancing?
Too Welsh
Did you
for
see
me.
him? Lee? Did you see that video of Silly Gatwick dancing?
On the clock. Oh my god, that's the most.
That's what we
cringe
got.
thing I've
I
ever
think that's
seen.
what we got into trouble
There-
for
there's-
on Wednesday.
There's another one though. There's another one where he's got a white thing on. He's just all dressed in white and he's dancing. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Look, can we just have? I mean, my golden rule is: if you can't imagine William Hartnell, John Pertwee, Patrick Troughton, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, any of those people doing any of these things that this lunatic is doing, then it's
some
not
loving.
Doctor Who. It's not Doctor Who. Because none of them would have done that. And so on Rabbi's channel, he did some AI voices of Peter Capaldi Tom Baker doing the line about twerking on AI, using AI voice. It was so funny. And it was just like, you cannot imagine these intelligent actors. You know, I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but they were. But it just sounded so goofy and silly and unintelligent. And I'm afraid Ncuti Gatwa is not a very intelligent person. Right? He's a dumb fuck. He is overrated. He is. I'm sorry. The guy is one of the most overhyped people I've seen coming out of this country for a long time. Yeah, I think he's
We got into trouble for that on Wednesday.
Why?
Because he was in the bin. We had a special Wednesday edition of In the Bin.
Who did we get in trouble with?
Well, we were saying that we're in the
some random weirdo.
Was it one person or was it like the majority of people? If it's just one person, then it means nothing.
They can eat a bag of dicks too.
Yeah.
Was it just one person?
It was.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's not homophobic or racist to say Ncuti Gatwa is a fatuous fuckwit.
Okay.
And,
Lee, can I ask you a
act.
question then? Lee, can I ask you a question?
Oh, I'm so angry.
Are
Go
you
on.
homophobic?
I am now.
Oh no.
But I mean, the guy's entitled to his opinion, right? So it's fine. You know
Well,
what I
I'm
mean?
sorry, I
That's
don't
his
care.
opinion.
Like, I'm a gay man, and I don't care.
But
if
are you
people criticize
homophobic?
Shooty Gatwa. No, well, you know, there are some
Well,
that do my.
That's a
fucking
point
head
of
in.
view, isn't it? My
It
brother's
is.
gay, and he's always said that there are two types of gay. There are guys who love guys and live their best lives, and queers who love guys and make it their entire personality type.
Exactly, and he's one of the he's the latter, and it just gets on my fucking tits.
I'll always say this: the reason why I'm not going to support
Ooh,
this version of
there you go,
Doctor Who is
folks.
because of a moral stand. I don't believe that sexuality should be in what is essentially a kids show.
He's put
That-
a fucking shirt on, for Christ's sake. Is it
Ian.
too much to ask?
Well,
Ian.
but didn't
Yeah.
they kind of do that with the Doctor and Rose? Like whenever what's his name? David Tennant was the Doctor, a 900-something-year-old man in love with this 19-year-old girl. That's kind of gross. They
okay.
sexualized the
No,
Doctor and his relationship.
that's
It was gross.
that's different. This is what they're doing with
Is
this.
it?
Is
Well,
completely
it's still
different.
sexualizing their relationship. His companion has never been romantic until that point in time. That
That's
was
right.
really stupid.
And that's what set the Doctor apart from all other heroes. Because
Yeah, he
was
wasn't a creepy dude. He just
completely
wanted
different.
somebody to come along with him and have some fun,
Aye.
not in a sexual
Rennie,
way.
this is
That's me.
different.
in his
That's
little
me,
box.
guys.
Rennie, this is different. This is completely. Have you seen what Shooty wears and what
They're
he's
just
doing?
rubbing it in
Oh
our
yeah,
face.
it's
Yeah.
like twice
Completely
as bad
different.
because he's like
Yeah.
being like, you
Do
know,
you
Mr.
see
Look at me, but
The pictures
I've
of
seen his nipples more times than any other Doctor.
What?
I can't stand Shooty Gatwa. He's
you see
like
the pictures
I
of him
never thought I'd be wishing the return of Jodie Whittaker at this point.
Christ.
oh, that
Hot
is
topic,
just
everybody.
Oof.
Sorry.
that is just
Sorry.
blasphemy.
We've
How dare you?
we've triggered Lee. Sorry.
I'm so triggered.
Again,
No,
right?
it's-
I would say that if it's people's opinions, right? We shouldn't be. This is a free country, I believe. We're allowed to say
No.
what we want to say, and
I,
we
I,
Not
well,
anymore,
where
Ian.
you live, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Melvin,
gonna
it's
say, hold
different.
on.
Yeah, we're
And
Melvin.
then Shooty Gatwa, I'm sorry, is a fucking racist. I mean, he came out and said because fan criticism.
Watch the hot words, please.
Well, he said that it was down to, what was it, white mediocrity or something. And I was like,
can I
excuse
just
me.
may I just stop you there, please?
Mm.
We're gonna proceed.
In the bin, yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
in the bin.
I love it how Master's completely staying out of it, and I don't blame him. But anyway,
Oh
But
no,
ano-
I agree with him though. Like
another
I was just
thing-
letting him cook.
Yeah, well, look, another thing that really annoys me about this guy is that he just went out and said, "Oh, get a hobby." Doctor Who was our hobby, you fucker. You know, that really
Well-
annoyed me.
I want to add something while everybody was outing each other there. You know, Z said his brother's gay. I would like to say that both my brothers are gay, right? Not really, but just compared to me.
I would just
dear.
like to say one of my core values is live and let live. That's my motto, everybody.
Oh, you cop out! Shut up. Carry on. You know what I mean? What are the bollocks? We all know this is wrong, and they
Please
shouldn't
don't
be
come after me.
ooming
Live and let
kids.
live.
They should not be ooming kids, right? So,
Okay.
so sorry.
See, here you
right.
go.
I'm
Jim's
like-
got my back. That's all of us then. It is.
What's he doing with your back? That's the question. There you go.
Look,
But as
here
I
it
say-
is. Stick it in anybody who'll have you, as long as they're a consenting adult, and I don't have to look.
Yeah, no problem. Let's
Can I? look?
move on to hashtag.
Sorry, you're going to say free.
Larry.
say
Oh,
something.
I'm getting overloaded. Just amuse yourselves, everybody. Just talk amongst yourselves. Secret of comedy, Larry.
Timing.
Secret of comedy. It's timing.
Timing.
Okay. Well,
Z, you were going to say something?
Was I?
Timing.
I thought you
Go
were.
on,
then
Z,
you
say
stopped.
something, please, while I'm just bankrupting
Made
Larry.
you look.
Please.
Thanks, Larry.
Made you look, Larry.
Made you look. Well done,
Larry.
Larry.
Made
Who's
you look,
made-
Larry.
Who's made you look?
$20. Made
Do you
look
know what?
like
Right, this is like the Fast Show. We have the same jokes every bloody week, don't we?
Suits you, sir.
It's because Brad's old and he's got Alzheimer's. He doesn't know what else to do.
The
Don't
same
make
old
jokes about
every week.
Alzheimer's. That's not
Every
very funny.
week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Sorry, I'll
shitty.
forget tomorrow.
Only
What
about
did you
that.
say, Rennie?
I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, but only about that."
Okay. Right. I'm
What's
sure
in
it's
the
getting
bin,
boring
by
for
the way?
everybody.
What's
Anybody
in the
idea
bin?
what? Anybody got an idea what's in the bin? Probably.
Shooty Gatwa.
His
Major look.
penis.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go on. Then.
Silly Gatwick.
Boom.
Mm. Yes. Well, there you go.
Get in the bin.
Lee, would you care to read the?
I'll try.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
I'll get
Larry.
through it. Star Hoovian says, quote, there's no such as so much white mediocrity that gets celebrated, much like yours, but yeah, okay. So we've got to keep pushing for more. More what? Lots and lots of more diversity. What about story? Characters? No? Okay. Clothes. I don't know. Shirt. Lots more inclusion on our screen, because that's never happened before. Lots and lots and lots of it for all you male gammons out there.
I'm offended by that statement.
Well, that's just a racist statement.
It is. It really is. Because he's criticizing white mediocrity, yet he's not proposing that exceptionalism is the solution. He thinks the answer is diversity and inclusion. And that's wrong.
It
What's
is.
a
And
gammon?
well, it's like it's basically calling white people pigs.
It doesn't gammon have two
men
M's.
of
But hold on.
50s. Yeah.
Shouldn't he be? Was he in Scotland when he said this? Shouldn't he been arrested for hate speech?
Yeah.
No,
You know?
because he's got protected characteristics.
That's right.
That's it.
He's got his privilege card.
Two-tier legal system going on in Scotland here. No, I just think this kind of rhetoric is not helpful. I don't think it helps anybody. Diversity just really means no white people, which is a bit strange
in today's society. Yeah,
it's a majority white country, and that's fine. And yes, there should be more diversity on screen, but you don't shoehorn it in and make
or force it down people's throats.
It doesn't matter. We shouldn't be thinking about these things or looking at things like this. In the 1990s, and I think everyone who's over a certain age will remember the 1990s. Well, we kind of remember it. And go, you know what? We were getting somewhere. We were really getting somewhere. And now they're finding problems where there weren't any. There's always been diversity on screens, since at least the 60s. I don't understand this absolute nonsense, and then flipping it around and just being a racist and getting away with it because you can. You're not a role model for young white boys now because you've demonized them. And
gammons.
And saying, well, but basically you don't matter. Or if you've got a criticism with Shooty Gatwa, the Shooty Gatwa machine, then there's something wrong with you. Not that he's producing a terrible performance, is overhyped, overrated, he is more concerned with his ego and his appearance and his sexuality and his gender ideology. That is more important to him, but it's not Doctor Who, right? We just want a man in a box. I don't care what color he is. I would have loved Patterson Joseph to be the Doctor. I think he would have been a great Doctor.
He's not gay.
Not gay enough, maybe. But I just don't understand why we're still pushing this narrative.
He's not a very good role model for gay black people either, is he? Because he's racist.
Not a role model at all. It's not a role model for anything. For himself, he's a role model.
What happened to judging people by the merit of their character and not their skin?
Yes.
It seems like we're going backwards.
It is backwards. It is absolutely backwards.
I will say, ever since there was a certain president in the United States, it's caused racial division versus what we had before, which was more racial unity than what we have now. That's my personal opinion. Does not necessarily reflect you guys.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
We've gone back.
Like instead of going forward, we went backwards when this person took over the U.S. And made things all about race, and it's like, yeah, but people are just people. Who cares what the color of their skin is? Just be nice to everybody. If they have a good heart, they're a good person. I don't care what they look like.
The Doctor is supposed to be a unifying force, a character that, I mean, Tom Baker used to stop smoking or drinking in public or whatever. Around, you know, if there's kids around, he changed who he was and became the Doctor when he was out and about. Ncuti Gatwa doesn't do that. Ncuti Gatwa's been caught smoking on camera, swearing on camera. Jodie Whittaker did the same thing. She was swearing all over the place on camera and in interviews and stuff. And both of those two, funnily enough, were the ones who attacked the fans. No other previous actor had done that to that point. It's because they had to try and make a political point, and they didn't care who they alienated. I mean, bearing in mind, Doctor Who is on its knees. So Ncuti Gatwa, clearly. But it's such a bad way. The last thing you should be doing is chasing your audience away. Russell T Davies, who's the showrunner, he told a friend of mine on Instagram to F off. He's told a whole bunch of fans to F off because he's so thin-skinned. It's not good. Like, this anti-marketing thing that they've got going on, it's so out of touch. They think they're on the pulse. They think that they're speaking for the zeitgeist. They are far from it. We had Russell T Davies in an interview when he was at the writer's strike, or doing a version of it in London, which is ridiculous. And he said, "Oh, you know, entertainment is so important. You know, you wouldn't want these people selling shoes." I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you say something? It's so elitist, right? This guy is supposed to be for the people, you know, a big lefty, demeaning people who sell shoes because actors shouldn't sell shoes. They should be actors and superstars. It's so in a bubble, right? And these people are completely up their own arse. On Instagram, if you look at Russell T Davis's Instagram, or Ncuti Gatwa's Instagram, which is all full of BLM stuff and anti-white stuff, by the way, a lot of it, you see
big luxurious mansions.
You see Russell T Davies being constantly stroked, right? His ego is constantly stroked. His people saying, "Oh, you're the best. You're like this messiah." You know, it's cringe beyond cringe.
Boy.
He doesn't know, because he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want people to criticize. He's very thin-skinned. Ncuti Gatwa is clearly the same. There's a certain self-image, I think, here going on, and I think it's narcissistic, and I think perhaps a low self-esteem from these people.
This isn't Doctor Who.
It's not.
Probably you've been missed, mate. The chat are just loving you, mate.
And the chat go wild.
Sorry, I've just been ranting. Yeah,
really?
Birthday rant, everybody.
Master, you're new to the panel. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with Probby completely. This doesn't seem like Doctor Who, and from everything I've seen from Ncuti Gatwa, he's like inciting division instead of bringing people together.
Absolutely.
It's just a shame.
It is a shame. Silly Gatwick should go back. Silly.
You're
He
so
really is
shit.
just rubbish. He really is. Seriously, this is racism.
I mean, if he
For
had
what
the
he's
talent,
saying.
if he had the talent, and he could talk himself up and still deliver, fine. You could say, "Oh, well, he's a cocky, arrogant fucker," but he's good. But we've seen him. Well, I didn't. I mean, I've seen clips. My friends seen, and it was absolutely abysmal. I mean, the Doctor doesn't go around talking about being snowmanned. And if anyone wants to look up on the Urban Dictionary what that means, that's not really
Will
appropriate.
he get this stream demonetized?
Probably.
Okay, better not then.
Well, you know, sticking a
Well,
finger.
no, we know what you mean. Everybody
Oh.
knows what that means anyway. So the thing is, with this version of Doctor Who, this is not Doctor Who. I mean, you know, the first Christmas special, you have him dancing in a nightclub in a skirt. So that is not Doctor Who. Again, you know, what is that saying to young children?
It's
You know
funny.
what I
He
mean?
wants to up himself. He wants to big
Easy
himself
with
up.
talk like that.
I misspoke. He wants to big himself up as being Scottish, but then the first opportunity he gets,
Scottish.
he's like Hamza Yusuf going, "It's too white." You know, I'm sorry, you're in Scotland, right? I mean, you came from your family fled a horrible situation in Rwanda, okay? and you're
Hold on
living
a
in
minute. Is that
Scotland,
the place we want to send people?
Yeah, we'll
back?
send it back.
right?
It can't be that horrible.
Well, I mean, Scotland's so bad and so horribly white and terrifying.
I think comparatively,
Easy.
it's probably
Yeah,
better.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit of gratitude for the life you've been given, and the fact that you are complaining about racism and
They're
and
never
all this stuff.
grateful. People like this are never grateful for.
But
all
look where
the-
you are. Do you think
Yeah,
you are where
I
you
know.
are at
They're
because
never
people
grateful.
are against you for your race or your sexuality or whatever?
Yeah.
No, you're where you are because they've uplifted you. Maybe because they tried a bit too hard to placate you. But I think you're a spoilt brat, quite honestly, Mr. Shooty Gatwa. Get in the
Happy
bin.
birthday,
know,
Lee.
I think the way things are going in this country, I think I'd go to Rwanda. To be fair,
I would
to
escape
get away from it,
just to escape him.
or Argentina, or
What's-
Yeah,
Argentina.
it seems a bit
What's
more
the internet like?
luxurious.
See,
God,
It
everything's
seems a bit more
just so tedious.
luxurious going to Rwanda right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's on a
Yeah.
pill right now. Yeah.
I'm not going to be watching it. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Just
Doctor
let them
Who.
do.
It's,
Just-
Hey, you know
It's-
something? Can I throw my 2 pence in? Can
You're
I throw
going
my 2
to.
pence in? I'm sick looking at this guy. I'm sick hearing
Yes.
about him.
Yeah.
I'm sick hearing about Doctor Who. I'm sick bitching about it. I'm sick listening to other people bitching about it.
I'll shut
Same
up.
here.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
like seriously, there's no point because all we can do is piss
Yeah.
and moan about it. There's
we
nothing
come,
we
we
can
come,
do
we
to
come back
change
every
it.
week and we
Yeah.
say the same things.
It's not
And-
Doctor
And-
Who. It's
and,
Wholander.
well,
It's
It's-
Wholander.
Dr. Watts. Dr.
Anywho, to
Watts.
tack on to what Melvin said, and this guy is winning because we're talking about him.
Yeah.
That's
There you
what
go.
he
Will
wants his
Ferrell
attention.
Project.
That is
The
what
answer
he
is
wants,
not
and
to
he got
watch.
it.
I'm not to engage.
Doo-doo. Yeah,
No,
Black
it's
Lives or
it-
Black Knives. That's how I feel about Star Wars. Yes.
It's Wholander. It's not Doctor Who. That's exactly what it
Watts.
is. And that's
Ian,
Rabbi.
Doctor Who or Dr. Watts?
It's Dr. Watt in it.
Dr. Watt.
Dr. Watt.
Doctor Who gives a fuck.
Ah.
Anyway, go away.
Yeah, like put that dude in the trash. Never take him out.
Look at him pouting. He's always
I don't want to
pouting.
see his face. Like seriously, it's just he's got a very punchable face.
No, he's in the chat. Punchable face.
Yeah, punchable face. You need to go up to him and punch him in the face.
I will say,
we should go to his house and murder him.
Oh,
special
That
week.
was a joke. That was a joke.
Special week for Shooty. He won. Well, he got the in the bin on Wednesday, special edition, and on Sunday. So will he go for the 3 and the trot? Can you believe it?
The hat
Maybe you
trick.
should
hat
just
trick.
keep
Yeah,
him
hat
in the
trick.
bin instead
Yeah.
of taking him back out. Because,
Yeah.
Just
like I
leave him
said,
there
the more
permanently.
attention you give him, the more he's going to do this. This is part
Okay,
of the
let's
reason
move
he
on
did
then.
it.
So this week's winner, Shooty,
Shooty gay wank.
and finally,
Fimily.
Finally.
Fimily.
and finally.
Get on with it.
I'm filling the time. We've got 9 minutes,
down.
8 minutes.
Timing.
Timing.
Is that,
Stallone.
is that David Beckham?
Oh,
Yes.
stop.
Yes, it is.
Stallone posted a picture.
It's like
Of-
someone took someone. It's like someone took Sylvester's Stallone's Cut your face. It's like someone took his
Talking.
face off and then stapled it back on, isn't it? It just looks a bit
What?
weird. His
You know,
face
he
looks
can
like-
afford the surgery.
but it's not good surgery.
It looks better than my face probably
I
will
don't
at that
know.
age.
How old is he? Like 80?
76.
Is that
Yeah.
all? He's more than that. He's more than
76,
76.
77? Chat, how
Yeah,
old is he? Help us out.
He's in his 70s. I know that for sure. I can't remember the exact age, but
he still looks good though.
he does. And he still
Is he in
like
good shape?
works out all
Mhm.
the time, man. It's nuts. At that age, oof.
That's his motto, isn't it? Keep on punching.
Yeah, so I agree with him as well.
There you go.
Mhm.
77.
77.
There's that bit in the season 1 when he sleeps with that woman and then she asks, "How old are you?" And then he tells her, and she's like, "Oh shit." You know, did I just
Yeah.
sleep with remember that scene? And it was
That
like
was great.
it was reversed, wasn't it? Because usually it's but
Yeah.
it was reversed, which I thought was quite clever. You know,
I love Tulsa King. I thought that was.
I
it's a
think I
good
might start
series.
rewatching Tulsa
It's
King.
a good
'cause
good
there's
show.
nothing.
Good fun.
And also, right, remember that scene where he goes to the statue and he starts talking about his daughter and stuff? That was very moving.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that Sylvester Stallone can act. Do you know what I mean? So
Master, have you seen Tulsa King?
I haven't, but everybody I've spoken to talks quite highly of it, so
Oh,
I'll
it's
definitely
really
have to
good.
check it out.
Oh, you do. You won't regret it. I think it's good fun.
Better than Barry.
The episodes are short.
Hashtag better than Barry.
It's as good as Barry.
Oh, fuck off. Then I'm not
I'm
watching
sold.
Heathens.
it.
Looking great for 77.
he
Yeah.
does. He looks
He
great.
is.
Dude.
So would you.
Steroids are a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Human growth hormone. Hell of a drug, folks.
He can afford it. That shit's expensive.
I hope this season's going to be good. I hope it doesn't.
I think it will be. I think
better
since
be.
they fans. Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Well, they tried to get cancelled. They tried to cancel him, didn't they?
They
Last
did.
week.
yeah. Well, he's not part of the woke Hollywood, is he? He's
Yeah.
spoken out against it. So
I
He kind
watched.
of has, yeah.
Did you watch that show he has where it's him and the family and his daughters and stuff? They have it on. I think it was on Netflix. And there's a scene in it where he goes to meet for lunch all the people that he used to know when he was young, and one of them was Henry Winkler. And they told
Oh,
the story that when he was moving to LA, his car broke down, and the first person he saw was Henry Winkler, and Henry Winkler helped him move into his apartment and stuff like that, and they've been friends ever since.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, the
It was
guy's
in
a
a film.
legend, man.
It was in a film of Henry Winkler in the 1970s.
Yes, he's a legend, in my opinion.
Here you go, Amelia Bedelia. Being cancelled is a badge of honour. Well, if you've got plenty of money, it is.
Not for
Yeah.
what's that Dreyfus, you know, that actor Dreyfus. Not for him.
No,
He got
James.
cancelled. He didn't get any work at all.
Archer Colin. Never seen Tulsa King. What's it about?
Isn't it like a crime lord or whatnot?
yeah, he's kind of
Hi,
in
Jill.
the family, isn't he? And then he kind of gets ousted from that, and they send him to Tulsa to basically put him out the way, out to pasture, and then he just becomes a success. And they don't like that. It's really funny. It's really funny. It's really intelligent. It's good fun. It's just really good.
For the boss, didn't he basically didn't squeal, so he went to jail for 12 years.
Yeah,
or something
that's
like
it,
that.
No,
yeah.
it's 20.
Yeah.
20.
Was it 20 years? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when he came out, they just thought he was too old, so we'll just shove him,
Shipped him off.
Yeah.
shift him off,
Out
and
to
then he made up his own, his own fortune down there. So yeah.
It's really good.
Sorry, chat moved up. In the chat, problem being has the Victoria Cross of being cancelled.
Yeah, I was
I'm
going to say, right, see where you
joking.
have your name on Twitter, especially, right, where it says problem being, you should put after it in brackets, I'm not joking.
There you go, James Waller.
By
Hello,
name,
my
by
friend.
name.
Impossible to cancel Stallone. Too big. Bit like trying to cancel Chris Pratt or
And
Denzel.
Denzel, yeah.
Mm.
I haven't
Then-
seen or heard anything from Chris Pratt in a bit.
Mm.
Oh, he's still
He
right.
done that TV show, didn't he?
Hmm.
What was it called?
He was on Parks and Rec. That's where he got his start.
Oh, he done a TV show recently, like a kind of
Oh.
Jack
Oh, on
Ryan. type.
Amazon.
Oh, the Terminal List.
The
That's
Terminal
the one.
List, yeah.
Terminal
Yeah, that
List.
was good.
I heard it was good. I've not seen it.
That was, yeah, it was good.
Got them downloaded. I've not watched them.
And Denzel doesn't have to do anything. He can do anything he wants now. He's so powerful.
Denzel
you know,
knows his
so.
stuff, doesn't he? He was going.
He's
on
not
that
done
list.
anything good for years, Denzel Washington. I don't know what the hell's happened.
Yeah,
You
but
got
the thing
Terminal
is,
List.
when he makes a film, people go to see it. So the
Oh, yeah.
last,
Mhm.
the last Equalizer,
He brings
was
in the people,
awful.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bill
he
Box
made a
Office.
lot of money. So he
I don't know how
celebrates.
he's going to get away with being Hannibal. I don't know how he's going to pull that one off.
He's going to be Hannibal.
Yeah, Hannibal, like Hannibal Barca, the
What, the
guy
80?
who- the Roman.
The General, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
but Hannibal was like 24 or something, and Denzel's nearly 70.
Yeah.
Right. And it
So I don't
wasn't
know how they're
that.
going to put. And it,
Okay,
well, we could argue that in the Cleopatra stream.
That bombshell. I think that's it, folks. In fact, I know it's it. Okay.
Just want to say something before you disappear. Back to that last slide.
Quickly.
Very. I'll be very, very quick. The Price of Reason there, friend of the channel. He has 2 great channels. You should all go and sub. He's a goodie and he does good stuff. There you go. That's me.
He's not been on for a while. Maybe I should reach out to him. Okay, let's.
It was in the chat earlier. It was in
Oh,
the
was
chat
he?
earlier on. Yeah.
a lot. The chat just moves so fast. I miss a lot of it.
You're just so popular.
Am I? Okay. Episode 198 Musings. That's it, folks. So, chat, you are wonderful. Really good numbers tonight. Appreciate the interaction. A little heated at times. Appreciate the super chats. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much. I will thank the guests from the top. Z3PO.
Thanks very much for having me, Brown. It's always
Cheers,
a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Rainy L. Cheers,
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks for having me on, Brown. Nice to chat with most of you guys again. It was nice to meet you, Master. And chat, you guys are awesome as always. I do want to interject something real quick and do a quick plug, so don't get mad.
Can we just get out with...
No, can I just say it real quick? Okay, so on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central, we'll be doing a Harry Potter quiz on Potato Revan's channel. So if everybody likes Harry Potter, that's where I'll be. Anyways, thank you.
Wizard sleeves and all that.
Harry Potter's awesome. Suck it. All right.
Melvin Deeply. Cheers, Melvin.
No bother.
Yeah, bother. First time on the channel, and he's been brilliant. Master Nayat.
Thank you so much for having me on, Brown. Guys, it's been a pleasure to join you. Chat,
You're
stay
good,
awesome.
Good lad.
Sorry, I killed it there. You're really good. You know your stuff, you can tell. Well done, my friend. We'll
Yeah.
see you.
Watch
soon.
Tulsa King.
Yes, watch Tulsa
Will
King.
do. Will do.
Yes.
Thank you.
So quickly, this was your first live stream.
It is, yeah. So I had a
What?
podcast. I actually have another podcast called the FCE Podcast where we didn't do live recordings. We had pre-recorded stuff that we put out. We put out like 3 or 4 episodes, but it just got too difficult to manage. So I stopped that last year. But yeah, this is my first live podcast.
Did I pop
Oh,
your
wow.
cherry?
You did indeed, Brown. And it felt great. Thank you.
Smilex is going to be jealous, isn't he? So there you go.
Form an orderly queue. The Meggy. Ow, ow, ow. Cheers, Ed.
Yeah, no worries.
And he was the birthday boy when
Happy birthday.
we started.
Thank you. Yay.
But he's not
Yay.
now.
That's
He's
the
gone
vibe.
full screen. Oh, look at that handsome bastard. Cheers, Lee. Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you. Thanks, chat. Thanks,
Great to have you on,
guys.
mate.
Appreciate it.
We were
I
talking
really do.
Doctor Who. We needed the expertise. Ian knows fuck all, so we needed you on that.
Well, I don't know why
That is true.
we weren't talking about Doctor Who. We were talking about Wholander.
It didn't require knowledge. All we
Gatwick.
had to do was just swear for a bit.
Silly
on
Gatwick.
that bombshell. That is it, folks. Don't know if B-Sup's on tomorrow. Echo Chamberlain might be around on Tuesday. We're back Wednesday. Fiona, Wednesday. Back at the weekend. If we don't see you during the week, we will see you. Are you tired?
I am.
Have a good week, everybody. Take care. It's been fun tonight. Take care, everybody. Tell you bye.
Good night. Enjoy your
Bye.
bag of dicks.
Good night, guys.
Timing.